everyone, hello. How are y'all doing? It's time for the chat refresh, because apparently that's just something that I have to do every stream now for it to work for the rest of it. Hello everyone, I'm finally back to a normal streaming schedule this week. 3 whole Lara streams, can you believe it? Finally, it's happening. Hello Raspberry, hello Phoenix, hello Lane, hello Lemmy, how are you guys doing? I'm eating lunch, how are you? What are you eating for lunch? What are you having? I'm good. There was a giant wasp in my room earlier today, and then it disappeared. So I mean, I'm hoping that it just flew out, but the thing is, the room that it was in didn't have an open window, so I'm like, how did I miss it flying out? Anyways, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure if it was still here, I would have like heard it buzzing around, right? Like, it's not really the kind of like insect that can sneak up on you exactly, you know what I mean? So it's probably fine. That's the new tenant? Well, I'm still here until end of July, so I'm afraid the new tenant is gonna have to get the fuck out. I still legally live here, okay? I still have a month of rent left, okay? Get out. A tuna sandwich thing? What makes it a thing? I do like tuna sandwiches, that's very nice. Wasps are scary? Wasps are scary, and you know what I'm gonna tell you? It's one of those messed up evil wasps as well. Not all wasps are evil, but some of them are eviler. It's one of those, you know, huge dark ones with like a double body, like the split, that messed up like split torso thing. Seeing those around my apartment constantly really made me appreciate normal wasps. Like, whatever happened to them? Genuinely, whatever happened to them? Where are the normal wasps? 10,000% going to be moving. It's the same wasp that tried building a nest. I don't know if you remember my story about the wasps trying to build a nest behind a bookshelf. That's the kind of wasp that tried building a nest behind my bookshelf last year as well. Like, it's actually kind of crazy to me. Like, whatever happened to the normal wasps? Bring them back. I never thought I would say this, but bring back the yellow striped wasps. Apparently, actually, they chill. Not like those scary, whatever they are ones. Hello, Alex. Hello. So, how are you guys doing? The normal wasp got ate by the bigger. I think so, actually, I believe you. I haven't seen a normal wasp in ages. I only ever see those like scary ones. I can't believe that I'm missing wasps, man. But yeah, I mean, no, I think it got out. I don't know how it sneaked past me, but I think it got out because like, there's absolutely no way I would not be able to hear it, like, flying around if it was still here. But again, it was huge. Yeah, my comment went through the last stream. I felt like a ghost not being able to comment? What do you mean? What happened? Bro got shadow banned. Oh yeah, but to be fair, my last stream was a collab. So maybe I just didn't see your messages, bro. Sorry. Check the bookshelf. I actually did. I got like freaked out, and I actually did, and I didn't see anything there. So I think it's fine. I tried looking like other like nooks in my room as well, because I'm like, what if they're trying to find a new place? They're trying to get like you know, the project started again. They heard that I'm moving out soon, so they sent a guy to scout. They sent a guy to scout the place, like, hey guys, we heard she's moving out soon. You think we can get that nest project restarted? It would really mean a lot to us. We really like the place. It's going to have a new tenants problem soon. Yeah, but I still got a month left here. I get like over a month. It's a bit over a month left still, you know? don't exactly want to have a wasp roommate for a month. Bad signal. Oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, it doesn't sense sometimes. I really need to move. Dorm admins are doing group punishment, and I might have to wash dishes now. Not the group punishment. You guys are like grown adults. Not that someone else messed up and now I have to wash dishes. Get a fake nest. I have heard about that. Like apparently they're very territorial. And even if you put like a fake nest, it will spook them. Like they're gonna immediately be like, oh, never mind, it's occupied. I have heard that, but it happens. Maybe I should ask my mom to crochet a nest. What if they make a nest inside the fake nest? That would be so messed up, like actually. Aren't group punishments a war crime? I believe it. Let the wasp in on your last day. Okay, that would also be really funny, man. Imagine, I move out and I put out a sign outside like, all wasps will open day. Open day for wasps. That would be pretty sick. Not gonna lie, Alex has a great idea there. Today a woman came in to see my apartment. And she kind of bamboozled me. I don't know, man. Something is... I half feel for her, but I'm also half like... What is her problem? Kind of deal. It's effed up, man. One morning I found out they closed the freaking kitchen. You know what happened now? All my Karens are all rubbery. Wait, did they close the kitchen as a punishment as well? I feel like they can't be doing that. I feel like that's actually gotta be illegal. What are people in your dorm doing to deserve this as well? Like, what are they... what are they doing out there? That's crazy. I have like semi-good news. I am pretty sure that I actually got an apartment. So I applied for one last week and they accepted my application, but then, you know, I had to go through like all the referencing and credit checks and stuff like that, so that took a while, but I passed sorry, I passed all the referencing. So I'm just waiting for them to send me papers. They told me they would do it today, but they didn't. But I couldn't get it. I think they're still like getting all the paperwork and stuff like that in order. So like, but hopefully by the end of the week I will have it. So yay! No more house hunting pain, hopefully. Apparently people use the dishwasher, don't clean it out or pack it really full, and then dirty dishes in the cupboard. Oh, that's messed up. That is low-key messed up. They shouldn't be doing that. But I feel like there's like our ways to deal with that, you know? And like make everybody else wash the dishes and like not the people responsible. Unless they like don't know who it is. But still, kind of messed up. Can you put chat as one of your references? Yo, there is a really good tenant. She always complains about her landlord on stream, but she's a really good... Okay, I actually was really worried because they did have to get a reference from my landlord. And I was like, there's no way he answers their messages. There's no way he will reply. But I guess he wants me out, you know? So he apparently did do the referencing, thank God. And I had to get a reference from like my employee as well. Can I be honest with you, my employer? Can I be honest with you? I feel like it used to be easier to get apartments. I do not remember having this much trouble. But they have definitely gotten harsher because there's like new laws. But it's so funny because the new laws actually protect the tenants more. But I think because the new laws are like more convenient for the tenants, they really, you know, they're like really careful now because they don't want like unreliable, like short-term tenants. So they really want to make sure that like whoever gets signed is like gonna stay there for a long time, and you know, it's like reliable and stuff like that. But like I swear to God, I do not remember it being this hard last time. He's like, get her out of here. I know, right? He knows I'm talking shit. I mean, you're moving out. What can he do about it now? Yeah, but he's like a chronic ignorer, or I guess maybe he only ignores his tenants. He doesn't ignore people messaging him otherwise. That's great. One of my friends constantly talks about getting other tenants evicted on stream. One time it was people who use her outlets to charge batteries and sell them. They literally stole electricity? No way. How do you even do that? I didn't even know you could do that. How do you steal? How do you steal someone else's like outlets electricity? That's gotta be some kind of like, they like rewired the apartment or something. The landlord is lurking in the chat. Shout out to my landlord, man. Guys, we gotta gift a membership to the landlord. Extension cord? But doesn't it need to be like physically connected to your sockets? There's like new scheme idea. Okay, people are gonna think I'm stealing electricity because I think they made a mistake and my electric bill this month was like £4, which is like, I don't know, maybe like $6. So I was like, damn, I finally did it. I finally achieved the optimal electric power usage. But like, there's no way that's true. I think it's a mistake. I'm waiting for them to realize that cannot be my bill. Would be cool if it was, but that cannot be my bill. They had outside outlets. Okay, I've never actually heard of that. I don't know if that's like common where they live or something like that. Never happened to me. That is crazy. Stealing, just plugging stuff in your outside outlet. That's kind of crazy. I've seen people stealing water from the hydrants. Okay, my landlord actually pays for the water, so I guess I didn't have the need for that. I think I will have to cover the bills. All the bills in my new place. So energy efficient this month. Like, it doesn't make sense because I forget to turn off the lights all the time. I'm too ADHD to be like, energy efficient, you know? And it's not a new scheme idea, it's fine. Unless, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how the bills get in the new place. If they get too bad, then maybe I will have to resort to stealing electricity. It'll probably be fine. Efficient light bulb. So true, I didn't have any light bulbs for a long time, but that's why. Just straight up didn't have any. Okay. I am currently working on a new cover. The cover is all recorded finally. No, I forgot it does that. I forgot it fucking does that when I take out the pen. Why would it do this to me? It's fine. I keep like, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I should really remap whatever like hotkey does that. But then like, I forget to do it. Should I just do it now, man? Should I just do it now? Like, what is going on? Should I just fucking do it now? Because this is so annoying. There is no hotkeys here. There's nothing set. So why does it do that? Thank you so much for 33 months. Aim and break. Did that sound like aim and break over Animal Crossing music? Yeah, so this is the outfit design for the cover. And I don't know where to change that hotkey. I'm like, sorry, I'm looking at the settings and it's not... maybe I should change the hotkey in VTube Studio on that expression. Whatever. Your keys are hot? Cool them down. I can't, man. We're having another heat wave. So yeah, this is the outfit design. I'm gonna be working on like the main chorus illustration today. I'm hopefully gonna make more illustrations for for like the MV, but I don't know how much time I actually will have. So I don't know. For now, I just got this one planned, but I might make more later. Yeah, it's a metal arrangement of a song, but it's not actually metal originally, so I think it's pretty cool. I commissioned Kusabi again because I just trust them like that. They seem to be putting out consistently good work. So and you know, their prices are very decent, so you know, I was like, why the hell not? I commissioned them like ages ago. It has been in the work for a hot minute. But I finally got all the vocals sorted. I'm just still recording some of like the smaller parts, but yeah. I'm in mixing hell for most of it, but you know, didn't really know what else to work on today. So might as well get some progress done on this, even though it's a bit early to be working on the MV yet, but why not? Anyone want to hear about the wildest description I found a game on the Steam Next Fest? Okay, what is it? Dude, there's so many like game announcements. I had no idea. Apparently a lot of them are part of like the same thing, but I didn't know that was something that happened. So I was like, why is everybody announcing games suddenly? I was generally like, why is everybody announcing games? There's like 5 million game announcement shows in the past couple of weeks, and then there was also a Nintendo Direct, which I actually haven't watched. The only thing I have seen from the Nintendo Direct was the Ocarina of Time, because that's the only thing everybody talked about, so maybe there was nothing else exciting there, I don't know. I remember that Creation One Man black metal band where the guy literally waited 3 years to release it, so he had time to perfect his mixing skill. Sometimes that's me, man. Sometimes that's me. Or like for some of these like arrangement covers, like the Heat Abnormal as well. Like it actually takes months until I finally get it out, because first I gotta like decide what I'm covering. Then I gotta send it over to Kusabi and be like, can you make this metal? And they're like, sure. So then I wait for them to be done. They tend to do it pretty quickly. It takes about like a month on average for them to do it. But then, you know, I gotta like record everything. And you know, I'm still not good at metal vocals. I'm working on it. I think I am getting better for sure, but I'm still not where I wanna be. I'm watching like metal tutorials. But I'm also worried about my neighbors. Title to my ex, description inspired by his creator's love life. Face his ex-girlfriends in a blend of twin-stick action and visual novel storytelling within a surreal TV game show where memories become battles and emotions become mechanics. It all really happened, more or less. I'm sorry, but if I was one of the ex-girlfriends, I would sue. I would actually sue, man. Like, you do not put me in a video game, man. You do not put my ass in a fucking visual novel. Fuck you. I wouldn't get a restraining order. Right? Like, what the hell do you mean? His real ex-girlfriends. You know what? There's like no way bro's actually getting that much game. Like, ex-girlfriends? Plural? I don't fucking think so. He's probably just made it up. My only like consolation is that he probably just made it up. Let's be for real. Hi, it's Luke. How are you? Lara the video game? Any day now, man. Any day now. Instead of Bullet Hell, not the Bullet Hell. So it's a Vampire Survivors clone? That's even funnier. If it's also like a Vampire Survivors clone on top of everything, that would actually be so funny. Like genuinely. He really thought he cooked. I'm good. Have you checked the newest Cookie Run update? Unless that came out like today. Yes, I have. Because I haven't logged into it today. They've just been making chemical cookies now. They made freaking iodine cookie. I'm like, are they okay? There's still foods that they can make. Like, I have several ideas for food-themed cookies that they haven't done yet. What do you mean, iodine cookie? Why can you disinfect wounds with her? Oh my god, please, Lara. Throw a curve. Oh my god, hello? Makes excuses. I swear this never happened before. I also found Stream Chat Horror Life, and it's something too. They just be making games about anything. There's like a lot of live streamer and VTuber games now. I think it might be like needy streamer overload effect. Maybe people are just like inspired to be making more of those. There's one that I heard of recently because Kiko made the soundtrack for it. And I'm like, they really just be making like VTuber like horror now for some reason. It's kind of crazy. Hi Zephin, how are you doing? There's not a single chocolate chip in the franchise. That's the funniest part. I wonder if at some point they got like too carried away. And at first they were like, that's too basic. We need to make more creative character designs. And at some point it was too late, and now they can't add it anymore. Because, how do I explain it? Like, basically, people expect more over-the-top and interesting cookies. So they kind of created this effect where they were like, we need to come up with more interesting cookies, but now they can't make, cookies that are too normal because it doesn't really fit, like, the expectations anymore. I would welcome just a regular chocolate chip. Wait, isn't there? No, there's a cookies and cream cookie. No, I think there is a... What's the cookie who's, like, got gray hair and a wolf with him? Not the werewolf cookie, but the other. He's like from the Dark Cacao Kingdom. Is he a cookies and cream cookie, or is he... I swear he's like a chocolate chip cookie. Hold up, maybe they do have a chocolate chip cookie. What is his name? There's like a cookie who's like gray and he travels with a wolf. Is he not chocolate chip cookie? Crunchy chip, he's Oreo. Okay, so he's like cookies and cream. Or whatever it's called. Okay, so he's Oreo inspired. You see, I remember he has the name Chip in him. Yeah, there's no chocolate chip cookie. There's actually no chocolate. There's an Oreo. There's an off-brand Oreo cookie. But there's no... there's no chocolate chip cookie. It's just so sad, man. I mean, to be fair, they did just add croissant cookie, which also feels like something they should have had ages ago. So maybe not all hope is lost. Maybe there will still be more, like basic flavors, I guess. Because I feel like croissant cookie sounds like something that should have been implemented years ago, you know what I mean? There could still be something. Potassium benzoate cookie. You're saying that, but like it's coming. I really mean it. I think it might be happening. After the iodine cookie, I'm no longer... Iodine deficiency is a real issue. I believe you, but that doesn't mean that... They're putting politics in my cookie game! Been good, thanks. The World Cup has me in perma-hype mode. How are you? Wait. You guys care about football? I thought we were all cool. Like that. I thought that my viewers were like awesome people. Not people that watch football. It's kind of crazy. Americans don't even care about football. Do you guys suddenly do... Okay, be honest with me. Do Americans suddenly give a shit about the World Cup because it's happening in your country? I literally have never met an American who's like, yes, I love soccer. I really care about soccer. But now that the World Cup is happening in America, suddenly the Americans are like, yeah, we were always fans of soccer. What are you talking about? I know what you are. Do we have a red velvet cookie? They actually do have a red velvet cookie. He's been around for a while, as far as I'm aware. He's one of the villains. He's like one of the evil cookies, I think. Soccer is the 4th most popular sport here? Exactly. So it basically means nothing. No politics in your cookie game? Have you even read? Well, that was kind of the joke, to be honest. And Cookie Run Kingdom has like extremely crazy themes in it. Like, it's definitely not the kind of game where you're like, man, I'm so happy there's no like deeper messaging in this game at all. It's on every TV here right now. I don't follow it though. Yeah, I don't own a TV. I wouldn't know. I'm of Hispanic descent, so I've been watching football since I was a kid. I'm more of an American impersonator. Okay, fine. I guess you're allowed to care about football. Sorry, my bad, man. I think it would be a crime if you didn't. Actually, that's chill. I just followed the favorite team drama. I don't know what that means. What's drama? Americans don't use their feet. They have to drive everywhere. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to bring that up. They're already dead, Lane. Croissant was an oven break for years. That's why it seems that way. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, they do have some cookies that are like in our games, but they're not in Kingdom. So maybe there are some cookies where I'm like, how come they don't have that cookie yet? But then actually they do, but I just don't play any of the other games. Like, I've never played any of their other ones. I don't have the energy to LARP, like, I care about the World Cup. You and me both, man. I actually, like... I'm European. People here really care about football, okay? And I lived in Spain for a while, where, like, their whole personality is the Barcelona football team. But, like, you could not pay me to give a shit. I really mean, like, I try. I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't attempted it. I remember we were traveling during a World Cup once. And, you know, like, it was on every TV. And, like, everybody at the hotel was watching and shit. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. I get bored. I'm like, when are they gonna score? Because sometimes you, like, watch the whole... like, for, like, an hour and nothing really happens. And I'm like, damn, can't they, like, at least do, like, a performative goal or something like that? Like, it's just... the field is too big. I think if they made the field smaller, then maybe more stuff could happen. But the field is just so big. They'd be running around for ages and then, you know, nothing really happens because the field is just so big. Lara is a cookie run LARPer. Always have been. Dude, I only got into Cookie Run Kingdom literally like April last year or something. I've like never interacted with anything Cookie Run until then. Imagine a German who doesn't like football. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to get evicted. Dude, my dad is actually like a hater of the Barcelona football team. Like, he's always rooting for their downfall, which I think is really funny because he lives in Barcelona. And so I told my friend that, and she was like, they should evict him. I was like, okay, calm down. like, yeah, my dad doesn't like the Barcelona team. And she just went, they should evict him, like, with no hesitation. She just immediately went there. She was like, he doesn't deserve to live there. What if soccer was about heated rivalry show? I mean, it kind of is. Have you seen how much they make out after they score a goal? I think it's because they score so rarely. When it does happen, they do kinda make out sloppy style. Not gonna lie. It's crazy. They should do a mass soccer where there's 6 teams all playing against each other. The soccer battle royale. I like the way you think. That would actually be pretty entertaining. I don't know, man. Some of these sports, they're just not entertaining enough. You see, in snooker, it's like ASMR, basically. Like, it's kind of chill, but it's also entertaining because they are scoring, like, all the time. Because that's kind of how the game works, you know? They need to be scoring a lot to win. So you're just kind of there watching them do crazy stuff the whole time. But you know, like, it's a very, like, chill sport. And I feel like snooker is not trying to be exciting or anything like that. But I feel like with football, people hype it up so much. And it feels like it should be a really exciting thing to watch. But then, like, it's not. Because whenever... Maybe it's just, like, one of those cases where because I am observing it, nothing happens. Low-key, it has happened to me a couple times when I did watch football, like, with other people. While I'm watching, nothing is happening. But then the second I, like, go to the bathroom or, like, give up and go to the other room, they score. So if anybody ever, like, is rooting for their team or something like that, maybe just be like, hey, Lara, can you, like, watch football for a while and then stop watching so that they score? Just, like, hit me up. I could do that for you. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's like pool. It's not like pool, man. We've talked about stuff. I know I'm being rage baited, but it works on me every time, man. My middle school had us play that mass soccer game. Your middle school made you do soccer Hunger Games? That's kind of cool, actually. Whenever we played soccer in my school, I hated it. Well, to be fair, I hated all sports and PE lessons in general. I was just not... Can you believe it? I was not really a PE girl. Like, it really was not my passion. But the PE teachers, like, really wanted to make me participate in it, and I was like, I can't do it, man. Like, the other kids don't even like me enough to, like... Like, it's never gonna work out, okay? You have to be popular to be part of, like, the team sports and succeed at them. People have to like you. I was decent at soccer compared to every other sport, that is. I sincerely mean it. There's not a single sport I am good at. Or like doing. Like, there is nothing... I mean, I was about to make, like, a joke, like, maybe chess, but I can't even play chess. I know chess is technically a sport, but I can't even play chess, man. Like, it's honestly kind of sad, but, like, I can't think of a single sport. I used to do tennis, but I used to do tennis, like, 4 hours every single day. Like, I used to do tennis seriously, and I wasn't good at it, man. Granted, I wasn't really trying. I was just kind of, you know, going in there, doing my hours, basically, and then getting out. Like, I can't say that I was exactly trying to be good at it. But, you know, you would think that, like, just because I was doing it every day for so many hours, maybe I would get at least okay at it. But I really don't think that I did, so maybe you do have to put in an effort. I don't know. But yeah, and like I remember they would like the lessons would automatically sign us up for tournaments, like for local tournaments, which I think is kind of messed up. Like I obviously did not want to take part in the tournaments. I'm sorry. Like why would I? And yeah, they would be like they would just up for a tournament, and I'm like, why do you do that? Genuinely, why did you do that? And then I would show up to the tournament, and then I would like lose very quickly. But one time I won in the first round, actually, because my opponent didn't show up. So that was kind of a big day for me. That was like a big day for tennis Veva. Very big day. My gym class was mostly a recess period 8 times out of 10. Teachers just let us do whatever. Dude, I fucking wish. My PE was like actually crazy because the teachers were not very nice as well. Like there was this one female PE teacher we had and she was so fucking mean, man. And they were also super picky about like what you wear to PE class. And they were like, you can't wear jewelry. Like, you can't, because like apparently it was like a safety thing. Which is like, okay, I understand. But you know, I forgot to take off like a tiny chain necklace I had once. And you know, I mean, you know, I can just take it off. And we would be done. But the teacher for some reason was like, you know what? Today I choose violence. So she was like, you didn't take off your jewelry. You're punished. So I was like, what do you mean? So she made me sit the whole time on the bench and write, like, she gave me a piece of paper and she made me write over and over again, like 500 times, the sentence, I will not wear jewelry to PE class. And like, I'm like, that's psychotic, right? Just be like, hey, you can't wear jewelry, take it off. Why on earth did she make me do that? Like, that's insane behavior, right? I actually don't understand teachers that go into teaching while they so obviously have all this hatred in their hearts for kids. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, why, if you hate children so much, why on earth are you here? I'm being so serious. Why would you, like, decide that this is your career now? It just doesn't make any sense. Some of these people need to, like, reassess their life choices. Some teachers are former bullies. It's just crazy to me. Some of them are such like evil people. Like I've spoken about this before. Like I've had bad teacher experiences, and you know now when I'm looking back on it, I'm like, why did this person hate kids but to work at a school? And how did they get hired anyway? You know, sometimes I'm also like, why are these people? Why do they still have jobs? I feel like we just brush off some of like the mean things teachers do. Like, I feel like we just kind of accepted it. We're like, oh, some teachers are just mean. So then you're like, oh yeah, I got a mean teacher and I got like this nice teacher. And I'm like, shouldn't we just like not have mean teachers? Like, we kind of just accepted the fact that some teachers are just like really mean. Like, I'm not talking about strict. I think it's okay if some of them are strict. Everybody's got a different teaching style. I'm fine with that. But like, some of them are just like genuinely mean people and I'm like, you hate kids. You hate kids. Why are you here, you know? To be fair, have you met students? Some of them are awful. Okay, but I was a good student my whole life. I was like a very unproblematic student my entire life. Like, I always did my homework. You know, I always showed up on time. I didn't, like, you know, just disturb the class or anything like that. And I still had mean teachers. Like, okay, maybe some of your students are assholes, so you kind of have to act harsher with them or whatever, but like, I was never one of those students. I was always a good kid. So why are you taking it out on me? Just feels like an excuse, man. I didn't do anything to deserve it. I had a teacher like that. She ended up becoming the principal. Okay, that is like a real pipeline though. They really do sometimes just like get even like better roles. But I don't know. I feel like everybody fears the principal always in every school. So at least the principal doesn't like interact with kids on a daily basis. I don't think that the principal should be evil. But at least you don't exactly see the principal every day in class, you know? She's a power tripping teacher. Some of them just like that. No, I think they just like wanna like feel in control of something, so they just go to school and they're like, oh yes, another day at my favorite job where I have to tell people what to do and they listen to me. Like they legally have to listen to me because then they would get into trouble. I hope they don't listen to me actually, because then I can put them into trouble. Like, don't get me wrong, I do think that some teachers are a little bit too nice, and then students take advantage of it. My Catalan teacher, bless her soul, man. I mean, you know, she wasn't built for this. She wasn't built for like the international students that were absolutely not interested in learning Catalan. Which was also me to some degree, but at least I actually did my work. But like, she could not handle like the British boys at my school who did not wanna learn Catalan. I hope she's doing okay, man. My elementary school principal was really nice. That's good. There's never some repressed shit going with some kind of teachers. My school had a lot of people. I didn't even know who the principals were. Just thought they were the lunch monitors. It is kind of crazy. Some principals are really like involved, and they will be walking around and like really getting into the business of like everybody at the school and like checking on everything during recess and stuff like that. But others, like, you just don't see them around. Maybe they just get bored. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been like really badly punished or anything like that. I don't think I ever really got a detention, to be honest. Like, I've been a good kid in school, you know? I didn't want any trouble. I just wanted to do my work and then go home and make Vocaloid music. That's all I cared about for like most of my like teen years. Like, I do all of my homework, I study for my exams, and I'm like, alright, and now I'm gonna make Vocaloid music or like draw Vocaloid artwork. That was like basically all I did back then. Or like I would occasionally play video games, but like, you know. It's honestly what some people in managerial positions feel like too. Like, bro, go get therapy. Don't be forcing your issues by micromanaging. Dude, my manager with my retail job, she was so chill, dude. Love her. Well, she's really religious and she kept trying to convert me. But other than that, she was really chill. You know, she like really got, I don't know, she started acting really different. Ever since I told her when I'm leaving, I was like, hey, I got a new job. I'm gonna leave soon. And like, she has been acting like very different towards me. She's been like getting me coffee for no reason. She's been like super nice. And then at some point when she was like, hey, promise me that after you leave, we're still gonna hang out. And I was like, well, we don't hang out now. What are you talking about? I felt really bad, but I was like, we do not have a relationship outside of work. What are you talking about? Like, we don't even hang out now. I don't No, it was just so random. I appreciate the thought, but like we're not exactly friends. Like we don't even text outside of the only times I text her is when I'm like, hey, I got a convention next week, so I'm not gonna be able to come in. Like I can do like next weekend or something, and she's like, okay, that's cool, you know? Like that's the only context in which I text her. So it was so wild to me that she was like, promise me we'll still hang out. Like, girl, what are you talking about? There would be abandoning her retail friends. It's true, man. It's true. But you know, I'm literally moving to a different city. Hanging out means coming in for a shift. I am not coming in for a shift. I'm moving to another city. Laura's too cool for retail brand now. She has a real job. Retail is a real job, okay? It's a lot. You take that back. It's probably like realer than whatever I'm gonna be doing. Like a lighting artist? What the hell is that, dude? I'm not gonna miss it though. I'm gonna be so for real with you. But yeah, and it's so funny. She was like giving me more religion talk because I think I mentioned it like maybe on one of my streams last week. I don't remember. But she noticed that I wasn't wearing my favorite necklace, which is like the goat skull. And she was like, oh my god, you took off the necklace. You finally took off the necklace. And I was like, oh, it doesn't match the sweater because the collar is like, you know, in an awkward position, so the chain doesn't look that good. And she was like, no, you're finally opening your eyes. You're finally finding God. And I was like, no, it doesn't match the sweater I'm on. I'm being so honest with you right now. She's like, no, I'm so happy for you. And then, and then she gave me a cross. But then she said something really unhinged, which I'm actually kind of like, girl, mind your business. She was like, you know, your next step is to talk to your mom about God. And I was like, what do you mean talk to my mom about God? And she was like, well, it's obvious to me from the way you are that your mom is lost too. Your mom needs to find God next. And I was like, alright, leave my mother out of this. My mother is probably like more religious than me, bro. My mom's the one who's always telling me like, Lara, why is your entire Vtuber branding demonic? You're gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, with who, Mom? And she's like, I don't know, with somebody. Like, my mom is more like careful with this stuff than I am, for sure. Like, what are you, we're not like a religious family or anything, but I'd say she's probably more religious than me. I was like, you keep my mother out of your mouth. Like, what are you saying, girl? To be honest, I might block her once I move if I was you. Nah, she's chill, man. She's literally chill. Of course, I'm kind of sick though. I told her that I really want a cross earring for the aura. And she was like, no, you can't have that for the aura. You need to have it like for your faith. And I was like, I know, but it looks like really aura when you have one cross earring. And then she got mad at me. I love, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just teasing her all the time because I don't know, she's like really serious about it. So, you know, I'm just being a bit annoying to her, I guess, about this whole thing. But I don't really take it that seriously. Like, it doesn't really affect me or anything when she tells me this stuff. So I've just been like poking fun at her. Like, she would tell me something like, you should start wearing a cross, and I'm like, can it be upside down? And she's like, no, what are you saying? It can't be upside down. Don't even joke, lad. And I'm like, okay. Nobody show her my VTuber channel. Nobody fucking. There's like 6 upside down crosses on the screen right now. There's 3 on me and then there's 3 on the overlay. She would fucking hate this. Hi, Gerardo. How have you been for the last week? I have been good. I've been apartment hunting and it looks like I might finally have a place. Just waiting for them to finalize the paperwork and send it to me, but I am officially not homeless, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm really happy with the apartment. Like, when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get it, man. Like, it's in a really good area. The area is actually so fucking awesome. I was like, I need to apply for this just for the area. Like, this is actually such a jackpot. Like, the building is nice as well. Literally everything is nice. I was like, this is what I need. This is perfect. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Hi, why are we talking about Satanism? Have you seen my channel? Have you seen my VTuber model? No, I'm just talking about my religious ex-co-worker. She's so fun, man. I love her. I low-key, like, is it bad to say that I low-key love her? I think we could be friends. I don't know if that's like a weird thing of me to say because everybody's like, you should stop talking to her. Everybody I've told this to, like, any stories about her, they're like, Lara, she seems kind of, you know, like she's really deep into it. You know, maybe you should... Maybe you shouldn't talk to her. And I'm like, nah, man, she's literally chill. She's literally chill, dude. I like her. Maybe I'm just not serious about this. It's all just a game to me, you know? I'm not a religious person, like, at all, you know? I think if she was trying to get me into a cult, my reaction would have been very different. But I don't think she is. Well... I guess it depends on who you ask, but I think that's not really a conversation we want to be having on this Wednesday evening. But it's just, I don't know, man. She's chill. She's literally chill. Like, she's just... she just has strong beliefs. She's alright. You got an apartment, congrats, Lara, thank you. There was this one apartment. I don't want to like give any details about it, but I'm not getting it. But there was this one apartment that had a really sketchy nightclub next door. Like, I'm talking it was a specific nightclub for like a specific thing that people are into. That's like sexual. And like it literally said that on Google Maps because I was checking like what's in the area, what's around, because I need to have like, you know, grocery stores and stuff like that. And I was there and I saw it on the like map and I'm like, that's literally next door. Like that's the next room. That's the next like building over. And I was like, what the hell is this? And so I showed it to my mom and I'm like, Mom, Mom, look at this. And she was like, oh, okay. And then I was looking at, like, I was viewing the flat and I asked the agent, like, hey, so what's up with the sketchy nightclub next door? Hi, Aaron. I was like, what's up with the sketchy nightclub next door? And the agent guy was like, what nightclub? And I was like, you know, the one literally next building over. And he was like, what? That's a fencing company. And I'm like, that is not a fencing company. I was like, that is not a fencing company next door, sir. And he was like, what? Let's go over there right now and look. And I was like, okay. It says on Google that it opens after 6 p.m. though, bro. And he was like, that's fine. Let's go check it. So we come up to the building. And like, yeah, the building is definitely giving what we think it's giving. But like, you know, it's closed because it was like afternoon. So he's like, oh my God, my parents live near here. I'm gonna come back here after 6 and check. Like, he was like genuinely concerned. He was like, well, I've never heard anybody complain. Like, we managed this whole building and I've never heard anybody complain. So, you know, either they're non-disturbing neighbors or everybody goes there. And I'm like, well, I mean... I guess as long as there's no noise complaint. So they call it fencing these days, huh? Oh, that was so funny, man. Even he was lying to you, he literally didn't know. I know, but like it's literally like it's not even hidden. It's on Google Maps, and it's like, you know how Google shows you like establishments nearby and it like highlights them, like with names and shit like that. Like for any like public places, it was like right there, you know. I didn't even have to like zoom in too much or anything. Like it was right there, and I was like, damn, that's kind of hardcore. Like, not the fucking like fetish club next door. This guy so oblivious. Like, I'm like, dude, you cannot not know this when like renting the building. But he was like genuinely freaked out. He was like, I can't believe this is like next door. Maybe the club is called Fencing Combat. That'd be really funny. That's like their cover. You have to be in the know. You have to be in the know to go there. It was so funny. The agent is gonna show up there to check. And that's what I was thinking too. Like, sure, bro, you're gonna come here after 6 p.m. just to see if it's open. Sure, buddy. My mom was reading the fucking Google reviews on the place, and she was like, I wanna unsee the pictures I saw. And I was like, Mom, why did you do that? She was like, I was curious. And then she was like, now every time I check out, like, the city, it shows it there, and then it's like recently viewed. You know how like Google Maps will be like, oh, here's some places you like recently viewed, and it will like highlight places you've looked at often. And she's like, now I keep getting it as recently viewed on my Google Maps. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom, your search history is literally ruined forever. Like, this is just your life now. Imagine telling a new friend you live next to the kinky nightclub. Like, genuinely, I was like, I don't want to live here. I was like, I'm sure they're probably like, you know, decent neighbors. I mean, they probably don't want to bring attention to themselves just as much as I don't want to see them. Like, they probably go there, do their stuff, and get out. But I was also like, I don't know if I want to live here. Like, it was also like in an alleyway. Like, I don't know, the area was a little bit scary. And you like kind of turned into this alleyway, and that's where the building was, and then right next door was like the nightclub. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I really don't know if I want to do this. What, well reviewed? Oh yeah, the reviews were all really good. Apparently everybody loves it there, but... People, like, there was this one review that was like, yes, every time I go, it's like better than the last time, and I'm like, you stop that right now. How could the people have like no shame, you know? Some people are just like really living their lives out loud. Like, you know, why would you tie that to your Google account? Do they know how much information Google like has on you already? Like, why would you leave like a public review and be like, fucking love this place, dude, you know? Why did you go to the viewing? Because I was already there when I found out. So usually what I do is I kind of like overall check the area. If it's like safe or whatever. But then obviously when I come for the viewing, I do like a more deep dive into like what's nearby, because I actually, you know, I don't have a car, right? So I need to have easy access to things like grocery stores, so that it could be like walking distance for me to go get groceries. So yeah, you know, once I was there, I was like, okay, let's go on Google Maps and see what is like in my nearest proximity, like, you know, from standing next to the house. And that was the first thing I saw. Other than that, the area was pretty chill though. Like it was an okay neighborhood. It wasn't as nice as the one I ended up getting, but it was like a nice neighborhood either way, you know, apart from the club. Apart from the club, it seemed pretty chill, to be honest with you. It was really funny though. I strive to have no shame like that one day. I feel like you really just like achieve a whole new you know, like level of existence once you don't give a fuck like that. It really do be just like an art to give a fuck this little, I think. For better or worse. I don't know if that actually is any good for you, but for better or worse, it really do be like a whole other level of existence. That. How do you draw like the radioactive plot twist? The song I'm covering is a metal version of that would be so funny. Imagine if I dropped a metal arrangement of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Would you guys forgive me? It's not that. I promise that is not the song I'm covering. But if it was, how would you guys feel? It's not. I swear on everything I have, that is not what I'm covering. But how funny would that be? Aurel Imagine Dragons cover? She kinda is like the pop girly. I'm the rock girly. A current vibe is that I'm the rock girly and she's the pop girly. So, you know, anything is possible. I walked into a wrong concert once. It was just a ton of people in their gear. Okay, how do you walk into a wrong concert like that? How do you do that? Don't you like need a ticket or something to get in? Something here is not adding up, Alex. It's okay, you can be honest. Yo, thanks so much for the emoji. That's actually a good reference. I was too lazy to go look up the reference. Hold up. The dot in the center is actually really small. Thanks so much for the emoji reference, bro. Hold up, nobody type anything because then it's gonna go away. It's gonna move. Goated comment right there. I don't know if that's any better. I'm gonna pretend like it is. There was 2 lines. But didn't the people in line already kind of raise your suspicion? It's okay, Alex. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you go to the freaky hangout. That's fine. You can be into whatever you want to be into. Just don't tell me about it. Alex was in need of a fence. I would like to discuss an issue with our shared fence. It's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. The fencers seemed chill though. Okay, but like, I genuinely do think that like, they are chill people. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that they're like depraved, evil people or anything like that. Like, I think it probably would have been okay to live there, but like, I just don't really want to have like a proximity of a nightclub nearby, because I think that comes with like a whole other like set of issues as well. But like, they were probably all right, you know, let's be honest, they were probably chill. They just do their business and get out, and they don't want to bring attention to themselves. Unless it was like, well, it wasn't, but if it was an exhibitionist nightclub, then I would be like, this might be a problem for me. Maybe don't open the blinds after 6 PM, you know what I mean? But it's okay. Anyways, what else? Some of the apartments I viewed were literally like the back rooms as well. It was honestly kind of crazy. Like, you would just like walk in and then the agent takes you down like a bunch of really same looking corridors. It genuinely felt like the backrooms game me and Aurelius played last week. Like, I was just there like, I don't know, like, I'm following you now, but if I were to move here, I wouldn't know where to go. I would just be, at this point, I would be completely lost. Like, I'm gone, you know? It was really funny. But yeah, I am very happy with the one I got accepted into. It's unfurnished. But because it's unfurnished, I got a pretty good deal on the rent. And my parents said they will help me out with the furniture, so it's chill. And like, I don't really mind putting in the work and like making it look nice with my own furniture and stuff like that, because, well, hopefully I'm gonna be working there for a long time. Like, my contract is permanent. I don't really have like a 12-month contract or something like that. Like, my contract doesn't have an end date. And I know that the gaming industry fucking sucks, alright? I get it. But like, I asked people on my interview, like when I got to meet the team, and I was like, hey, how long have you been working here? And a lot of them were working there like for years. Like, I'm talking like 5 years plus. So, you know, I'm kind of like, okay, it doesn't seem to me like they're in the habit of, you know, laying people off. So I was like, I don't know. I'm betting all my money on it is what I'm saying, I guess. Plus, the furniture will be yours and less rent. You have to pay each month. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's an investment, but you know, my parents are willing to help me, so it's all good. Do you know when you're moving in? They gave me a date, like, what we're aiming for when I got accepted initially, but they took a while with, like, all the paperwork and stuff like that, so I don't know if they're gonna change it a little bit or not, but it's gonna be before my current lease ends, so it should be fine either way. I'm gonna start having to move, or like getting ready to move, pretty much. I have been little by little, but I haven't been doing too much. Because I kept like being like, oh, well, I don't have a place yet, you know. But my dad is like so into looking at IKEA. He's obsessed. Like, he sent me so many like IKEA links. And I'm like, dude, calm down. I don't even know if I got the place yet. You know, I only just applied to it. But the same day I told him I applied for it, he sent me like 10 different IKEA links. And I'm like, he's already committed. He's already like picked out. He was like, send me the floor plan. And I was like, Dad, I don't have the floor plan. Father, what are you saying? He was like, send me the floor plan so that I can do measurements and decide more details on the furniture. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Calm the fuck down, sir. Yeah, has a whole layout planned out. He really does. Low-key, I'm kind of like, damn, I didn't get to like a say at all in like what my apartment is going. I guess he's paying, you know. Maybe I don't really get a say in what my apartment is going to look like, because low-key, that's the one of the wallet. So I guess that's chill. He can pick out the furniture if he wants to. That's alright. I know someone who wants to work for Crunchyroll even though they know the company sucks. I think you two could probably get along. You're both quirky Vogue girls. Okay, first of all, never fucking call me that again. Second of all, why would they— what role do they want at Crunchyroll, and why do they want to work there if they know the company sucks? My company doesn't suck though. I don't know, maybe I'm being gaslit, but the company I got hired at looks fucking awesome, man. Okay, like, the company looks fucking amazing. Like, their game is so high budget as well. It's kind of insane. It's gonna look like the IKEA showroom. Honestly, it might. It might. Quirky Vogue Girls is actually insane. Can I just be honest with you? Like, shut the fuck up, man. You don't know how to talk to women. Next thing you know, they're calling me a quirk chungus, bro. What the fuck? Can I show you a apartment to Feng Shui code? You know what? You're so right. My current apartment is not Feng Shui at all. I have a desk, and my desk is facing like my back is facing the door, which apparently is really terrible feng shui. But actually, I don't feel bothered by it because I live alone. So I don't, so you know, obviously nobody can walk in while I'm at my desk. Because apparently it gives you anxiety, since while you're working, you constantly feel like people might walk in behind you and you won't hear them. But because I live alone, it doesn't bother me. But back in the day when I lived with my parents, I did constantly get like jump scared because I would always wear headphones as well. So my mom would just like walk in and I wouldn't hear her come in because my headphones were like noise canceling. So she got into the habit of she would walk in and then she would flip the light switch multiple times. Like she would like blink the lights so that I know that she's in the room, and then I would be like, oh hi mom. But I kind of get it, you know, I kind of get why that's bad feng shui, you know? Like, maybe you shouldn't have your back to the door. It's kind of messed up. The weather will call you that regardless. No, I don't really think so. I kind of trust my viewers to not be stupid. Mom jump scare? That's literally so true, though. I read quit while you behind. It's so true, besties. But yeah, today this woman came to view my apartment, and like I don't know, man, I understand where she's coming from, but I'm also like, girl, you're not looking in the right place, okay? No offense to her. Okay, first of all, she scared me. I heard, because I was told, hey, we will come view the apartment by the agent. I was told we will come view the apartment at like 6:30. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So like at 6:25, somebody rings my doorbell. So I'm like, okay, it's the apartment viewing. So I buzz them in, and then somebody knocks on my like actual door. So and I open the door, and it's just this one lady, and she's like, oh, I'm so, like, she got like freaked out. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I have an apartment viewing. And I was like, yeah? You need to wait outside for the agent. What are you doing here? I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait for him outside. And she was like, okay. So I was sitting there like, did she just fucking ring my doorbell? Like, without waiting for the agent? Like, what did she expect? That the agent is inside? Does she think he lives here? Like, I was genuinely like, is this her first day on Earth? What is she, like, talking about, man? So, you know, I was like, whatever. Then the agent shows up and they come in together. And she started being, like, really... So first she was like, can I close the window to see how noisy it is with the window closed? And I was like, okay, sure. So she closes the window and then she stands there in silence and she's like, does it get really loud here? And I was like, no, it's a residential like area. You know, there's no like road outside or anything. Like, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. So she was like, okay. And then she walked into my bedroom and she was like, do you mind if I stand in your bedroom for a bit and just listen to how quiet it is? And I was like, okay, sure. So she just walks into my bedroom and she just stands there. And you know, me and the agent are also standing there, like not making a sound so that she can assess how quiet it is. And I'm like, that's fine. I mean, some people just don't like noise. Some people are sensitive to noise. Like, I understand that. Like, I was kind of on board with that. I was like, that's chill. But then she starts being like, what is that sound? And I was like, what sound? She was like, this like humming sound. And I'm like, maybe it's like the bathroom fan because you turned on the lights in the bathroom earlier and it's still gonna go for a few more minutes. And she's like, no, there's another sound. And it turns out she was bothered by like this tiny hum that my computer was making. Like the fan wasn't even going because it was like in idle mode. It was just doing, you know, that like the literally gentle, like your computer is on kind of sound. She was like, oh, I think it's your computer. And I'm like, okay, this lady... this lady has a problem. I feel really bad for her. Like, she clearly is just really sensitive to sound, but like that's, I don't know why she's complaining about my computer. It's not gonna be here. Like, I'm gonna move out with the computer. And she was like, and I was like, hey, this is a Victorian building with wooden windows. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, if you really care about noise, you're not gonna like it here, because this place has like wooden window frames, you know? It was built probably like in 1950 or something. Like, you're not gonna get good sound isolation here. They didn't really do that. And she was like, yeah, I guess you're right. It's an old building. I do like the apartment though, and I was like, you're dodging a bullet, like, trust me. She has headphones. She does do just like noise canceling headphones. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. Lady misplaced doesn't come with the computer. And then she was like, can I wait until the bathroom fan stops to hear how it sounds about the bathroom fan? And I was like, the bathroom fan takes like 10 minutes to stop. Like, it goes on for a really long time. Girl, like, why not? Do you really want us to stand here in silence for 10 minutes and wait for like the bathroom fan to stop? I don't know, man. Like, I understand. I wanted to be empathetic because I get it. Some people are really sensitive to sound. But like, it's the way she was like looking in this, you know, medieval ass building. Like, I'm like, girl, you need to be living somewhere modern, and you need to be living like on the countryside, not in the city. You're not gonna make it in the city. I'm sorry. Like, you're not gonna make it in the city. It's just not gonna work out. You're not meant to be. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta expect that if you live in the city, it's gonna be loud. And I don't even live like in the center. Once again, I live in this like residential area. It's pretty quiet here. It's quieter than my last place, because my last like place was literally on a road, and the road constantly had cars passing like basically all night. You know, this place is like pretty tucked away. She does see that place on the countryside. That's literally how we were standing. We were literally like standing emoji, just standing there like, so do we just like wait now for the bathroom fan to stop so that she can assess the silence? And I was like, yeah, you know, the loudest thing here is probably the foxes. Like, the foxes screaming is pretty loud at night sometimes. And she was like, oh, you see, I actually don't care about that. And I'm like, really? You don't care about the foxes screaming like a human getting stabbed? But you give a shit about my computer humming? What are you talking about? I don't know, man. I wish her the best in her apartment searching. I firmly believe that anybody who has any kind of issue with this place is dodging a bullet. Like, I don't think anybody should rent this place. I hope they don't find anyone. And that will inspire them to actually maybe renovate it or maybe lower the price or something. I don't know, man. They are listing it for more than I pay, by the way, which I think is also really funny. Like, okay, you think someone's gonna like pay more for this? Like, what are you talking about? Can they even fucking do that? Anyways. I thought it was kind of crazy. I thought it was just really funny. She really had like specific needs. I hope she finds something. I do, but I think she's gonna be looking a long time if she's trying to live in a big city like this. Lady is traumatized by the London traffic. Maybe. Can I just say though, I'm like generally, I'm very unbothered by sound. Like, I don't know, I'm really not sensitive to sound. And sometimes I do know people who, like, are not super sensitive to it, but they will, for example, be like, oh, what is the sound? And I don't notice the sound until they mention it. I don't know, I just kind of don't really focus on this stuff. So, for example, lots of people who come to my apartment are bothered by, like, the fridge as well. Like, the fridge making, like, sounds sometimes. You know how sometimes fridges, like, will go for a bit, like, making, like, this humming noise, but then they will stop after they've, like, I don't know, cool down or whatever. All people at my place are like, damn, your fridge is really loud. And I'm like, huh, I really don't think about it. I do also, like, chronically wear headphones, so maybe that's a part of it. But like in general, I really am not bothered by sounds. So I also think I was a really bad like person to ask about this stuff, because she was like, hey, how does that, you know, how is it loud here? And I'm like, no, man, I don't care. Like, wait until she finds out that I can hear my neighbor showering every morning. You know, I think she would actually hate that. I don't know if she can handle constant noise, even white noise, when falling asleep. I'm like that, and I can typically sleep through noises. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe she just doesn't like it when it's like a continuous sound. But can't she just like wear some like earplugs and that's it? Don't her issues just get fixed by earplugs? I don't know, man. I wish her the best. Like, I don't want to judge, because we all got our own issues, and you never know what it's like to be someone else. You know, maybe if you got to be in her body, you would also be like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Every sound is bothering me. You never know. But I don't know, I just found it really interesting that she was like... she was like really committed, you know? She was like, I gotta listen to the silence. Like, okay, lady. You know, I still live here. I kinda got things to do. I need to schedule my stream. You can just come in here and then stand silently for 20 minutes. Just because you're considering renting the place. Like, I don't know. If it's too loud, no, like I can't have an AC unit run constantly, even with earplugs. Literally, I don't care. Like, I've slept with AC all the time, and like I hear the sound. I actually don't like it when it's too quiet. I don't know, I kind of like it when I can hear like something. When it's too quiet, I think is when I actually get a bit anxious. So maybe I'm just like the opposite. I like noise. Earplugs are uncomfortable for sleeping? I think there is like special earplugs for sleeping though that people get, no? Hello, Mr. E. Being that sensitive has to be rough. Like, I think so too, man, you know? I'm not the... I don't know, like, I understand, I get it, that she's probably going through it, but it's just like, she's just not looking in the right place, you know? A house, like, in the city, that's, like, really old with wooden windows, like, no way. Like, it's never gonna keep the sound out. Like, it's just never gonna happen. But, you know, luckily for her, I am moving out. I probably would have been her biggest problem if she was moving into the flat next door or something, because I firmly believe that in this neighborhood, I am the biggest source of noise. Every Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday, I am kind of the local menace. So luckily for her, I am moving to a different town. I hope she at least finds some peace in that. Maybe she would hate it when you stream. Or when I'm recording my metal covers. I got in the closet for the metal cover. Because I'm also just as embarrassed of it. As my neighbors are embarrassed of hearing me do it, so you know. I try not to be too loud. Anyone got a good LGBT anime for Pride Month? Let me think. Yurikuma Arashi, unironically. Yurikuma Arashi and Akuma no Riddle. People need to watch Akuma no Riddle. I'm being so serious. It's this like, it's not old, but it's like oldish anime. Where it's just about assassin lesbians. All the characters are lesbians and they're all professional assassins. And they're trying to kill this one lesbian because they don't vibe with her or whatever. And this other lesbian takes her side and is actually trying to save her from getting killed by the other lesbians. It's so good. Carol and Tuesday is really good as well, actually. Carol and Tuesday is pretty Pride Month as well. I love Carol and Tuesday. It's really awesome. I'm going to watch There's Not Freaking Well Be Your Girlfriend. Okay, Evan, why did you fucking ask? Don't waste my time. Jesus Christ. Don't piss me off, Aaron. You already pissed me off once today. Do you really want to do it the second time? You can just be like, give me recommendations, but I already made up my mind though. What the hell, man? A quiet room is hard to sleep in. For me, that is actually true. Like, genuinely, I don't like it when it's too quiet. Why is your landlord showing it while you're there? Because they're vultures. They're literally vultures. They don't want to end up with a window where nobody is renting, because then they're losing money. So they have been, I'm telling you, I'm actually getting harassed. Every morning I wake up and I have like 3 emails and 3 WhatsApp messages from different agents. And they're like, can I do a viewing? Hey, can I do a viewing? Can I view up your apartment today? And I'm like, please, please, I still live here. I got things to do as well. I can't sit at home all day and fucking like wait. My favorite thing is when they say that they're gonna come at a certain time. Like, they give me a time and they're like, we will come view your apartment at this time, and then they don't fucking show up. They did that to me yesterday. Somebody was supposed to come at a certain time yesterday and I waited for them, and then they didn't fucking show up, and I was so pissed. Like, do not waste my time, man. They want you to witness that they're showing the apartment to people so you know how much they don't care about you. Literally, I would actually be surprised if they rent it. I'm gonna be so for real with you, eh? Like, it's not a good apartment, man. And I think people who come in here can fucking see it, because most of them take one look at it, they don't even take any pictures for future reference, and they just go, okay, thanks. And then they just leave. They're like, alright, let's go see the next one now. That's not the right color. Like, they literally, they see it once and they're like, alright, that's cool, I guess, and then they just fucking leave. Like, I can tell from the way people react that they do not like what they see. Can we do a viewing show? You can view from the street. My favorite ones are the ones who demand me to take videos of the apartment for them. Like, I get several messages sometimes where they're like, hey, can you make a video of your apartment for me? And I'm like, this is literally not my job. Like, I'm sorry, I am being pretty tolerant because I understand that it's their job and they want to show the apartments or whatever. Dude, I forgot my tail. I have a fucking tail. Whoops. I gotta get the tail in here. Oh my god, the design doesn't have the tail. Wait, add the tail to the design so that it looks like I didn't forget it. Sorry. But yeah, like, you know, I'm trying to be understanding for the most of it. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can come view the apartment if I'm home. But when they're like, can you record a video? At that point, I'm like, can you come in and record a video yourself? Because, like, I'm not a fucking estate agent. Like, I don't know what kind of video you're even looking for. And like, this one guy was like, because I recorded one video, and then this other guy emailed me like, hey, can you make a video of the apartment? And I was like, hey, I sent a video to this person at your company, so maybe go talk to them. And they were like, we don't work in the same office, can you just make me another video? And he was like, can you make it vertical, because the one I had was horizontal? And I was like, no. I just ignored him. I literally just fucking ignored him. I was like, don't even joke, lad. Don't even joke, lad. I was like, do not even like ever message me again, motherfucker. Akumanorido? Yeah, it's called Akumanorido. Gotta start charging them? So true, bestie. I thought you can just say no. Who was a vertical? That's what I'm talking about! Like, of course I made a horizontal video. And he was like, can you make it vertical? And I'm like, what are you, Gen Z or something? Charge them $50 per video. Maybe I should, man. Like, it's just so fucking funny to me, man. Like, leave me alone. And yeah, I do say no. to them if I'm not in. Like, if they're like, can we come in? And I'm not home at the time they say, I say no, I don't want you guys coming in while I'm not home because I'm uncomfortable with you doing that. Like, all of last week, I have been basically saying no to them because I was like, nope, I'm not in right now. Like, I'm traveling because I was viewing apartments myself, right? So I was like, nope, I'm not in. I don't trust you people to come in while I'm literally away for a week. Oh, what the fuck, man? You know, I think that's fair. You know, like, it's not like I'm just out quickly because I'm at the grocery store or whatever. You know, I'm out for a whole week. Like, obviously I'm not letting them in. You kind of have rights as a renter, dude. I have so many rights as a renter, but like, have you seen my apartment? I don't think they apply. You can't just walk people into your house. Well, no, they don't. They ask me for permission. Most of the time they ask the day before, but sometimes they do kind of go, can I view it today? And I'm like, no. Are you stupid? No, you can't view it today. You should have messaged me 24 hours before. Like, if it's not an inconvenience for me, I let them. But don't worry, I do absolutely say no. If I'm like, what the fuck, are you stupid? That's like in an hour from now. No, you can't come in today. Are you insane? But yeah, when they start being like, can you make me like a promotional video of your apartment? I'm like, isn't that literally your job? Isn't that quite literally your job? Like, I'm not doing your fucking job for you on selling the apartment. I'm not recording a fucking video. Come here yourself and take the video, brother. Like, what else you gotta do today? That's literally your job. Like, this is literally all you have to do. That's all that's on your work, like, description. You just gotta sell apartments to people. What are you fucking saying? Per minute of video? So true. The Gen Z, I disapprove. I'd be so pissed if I was looking at like a virtual tour of an apartment and it was a vertical fucking video. I would actually be like, don't even joke, lad. Are you stupid? It doesn't make any sense. You just do a few hours of unpaid labor. I know, right? Because like the video has to look good or whatever as well. Like, I'm not doing all that, man. Like, I've literally just been like, no. I'm not making you a fucking video. I do feel kind of bad because I think I ignore some of them more than I ignore the hours. But like, in my defense, some of them are like way clearer about when they're coming in. You know, they're like, they tell me more in advance. So at this point, I feel like I have like a bias towards some agents. But low-key, they're actually like doing their job properly and not being like stupid. So obviously they get to come and like show the apartment. Nobody's gonna rent it though. They're so stupid if they actually like, they should see the apartment themselves and be like, yeah, nobody's gonna fucking rent it. They're crazy. Like, there was this one apartment that I viewed last week. Because I was talking to an agent and I was like, hey, you got any like apartments that fit this price range? And they were like, we have an apartment that's more than that, but the landlord is currently looking to lower the price, so you probably would be able, you know, to ask for like your budget. So I was like, okay. So then they showed me the apartment and I'm like, yeah, I can see why the landlord is looking to lower the price. Nobody's gonna fucking want this. Like, yeah, of course the landlord is looking to lower the price. Like, this place looks bad and people are not stupid. Faith in humanity like semi-restored after seeing some of these apartments. I'm like, yeah, nobody's gonna fucking rent this, man. And then people actually don't. How great is that? That's kind of chill. How many slots do a bed doesn't get sold in a year? Ooh, you can bet all of your money on that, man. I'm literally making sure though, because sometimes people come in and they ask me questions. I feel really bad how excited I got. when these two people came in to view the apartment, and one of them was like, "How is the landlord?" I think there was like this twinkle in my eye, you know? I could feel my eyes light up. I feel so bad, but I got so excited, and I was like, he's a bad dude. I was like, you do not want this. Like, yeah, most of the time, if they don't ask questions, I just don't say anything, you know? But if they do ask something, I'm like, do not do this, man. So many of them like don't ask anything, which I think is kind of crazy, because a lot of the apartments that I got to view were already vacant, so like nobody was living in them, right? But you know, if I got to view an apartment and the tenant was right there, yeah, I would fucking ask, how is the landlord? How is the stuff? Like, I have been asking that to the agents anyway, but I know for a fact that some of them were probably lying, because I got lied to when I was renting my current place. They were like, yeah, the landlord is really good and really responsive. And I was like, oh, okay. That sounds great. So that was a fucking lie. Just say offhand passive-aggressive comments. No, man, I just straight up went, he's not a good guy. He ignores you all the time. Like, you know, I got nothing to lose. I already got the reference. He must never find out that he wrote me a reference for the new place, man. But I was like, he's not a good guy. There's 3 of them. I literally told him there's 3 of them. There's 3 brothers. And none of them do anything to maintain the place. And they were like, what the hell? Thanks for being honest. And I was like, you're welcome, bestie. Hello, Fres. Trying to prevent new victims. I'm literally like doing God's work, okay? If nobody else will do it, I will do it, man. People deserve to live, you know, happily. You know, we already have to worry about so much in our everyday life. Can the one thing I don't have to worry about is whether, like, when something breaks really badly in my apartment, that's managed by somebody and it's their job, but they're gonna fucking do their job? Like, I'm really not asking for a lot here, I think. It's really not that deep to be like, hey, can you, like, fix this thing and then not get ghosted? Like, it's crazy, man. The evil property brothers, they are the evil property brothers. It's so fucking funny. Anyways, I think I might be done ranting about all the apartment stuff though, not gonna lie. Actually, I have like one more semi-related thing to talk about the apartment hunting, but then after that I want to talk about the convention I did this weekend a little bit, maybe. I don't know, I know we're kind of going on 1,000 tangents here either way. So basically I had like a really short time frame between 2 viewings. So I was like, I'm not gonna make it on public transport. So I was like, I'm gonna get a cab. So I used the app I usually use to order a cab. And then the guy showed up really quickly. Like, I'm talking, he was there within like 5 minutes, because I was like, I'm gonna try the cab app first, and if that doesn't work, I'll do like an Uber, because I don't really like Ubers, to be honest, and the cabs weren't that expensive there because it's not London. So, you know, I was like, I'll do the cab first and see what happens. So the guy showed up like immediately, like he picked me up really quickly. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is like a widely used app here, that's chill. And then I get in the car, and he immediately goes, "You're not from here, are you?" And I was like, no, no, I'm not. Why? And he was like, the app that you use to order the cab, it's basically useless here. The only people that use it are people from London and Europe. And I was like, what the fuck? That's a horror movie-ass line, dude. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh my god, he fucking knows I'm a tourist. He's going to like scam me or kidnap me or something. Oh, that was so funny. And I was like, then why do you have it? And he was like, oh, I just have it installed anyway to like, you know, for foreigners and stuff. And I was like, I guess that makes sense. I guess the tourists gotta get cabs somehow if they don't know the local. But he told me about like the local app. And I was like, okay, I'll keep that in mind for the future. But I was like freaking out, man. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah. But he was actually, you know, can I say, he was actually really nice. He actually like told me a lot about the city, and he was like, yeah, the city is really good. Oh, you're viewing an apartment in that area? Actually, that's a really good area. I think you're gonna like it. He was like driving me and he was like showing me around. He was like, just down the street from where you're gonna live, there's an Aldi and a Lidl and this and that, and there's like, it's a really nice area, lots of like restaurants, lots of students, it's really nice. And I was like, damn. And he fucking knows everything. He genuinely like knew everything, man. It was so great. And also like for half of the ride, he was talking shit about like Uber drivers. Like, look, I don't like Uber, okay? Like, I would rather pay a bit more for like a normal cab than get an Uber, especially because I barely get cabs. Like, I usually just use public transport. I like never take a cab anywhere. So, you know, I was kind of like, I don't care. But yeah, he was like, Ubers are horrible. The whole time you're in an Uber, they're on their phone. And I was like, you know what? They are on their phone the whole time. You clocked that, man. Like, he's so right. The few times I have gotten Ubers, they are always on their fucking phone the whole time. And he's like, and they don't know the city because they don't have to have any training. So they're always using Google Maps. You see, I'm driving you right now. I'm not looking at the map because I know where we're going. And I was like, yes, yes, king. And then he was like, you know, I had to pass a really difficult exam to like get this job. We have to pass this written exam where they give us several locations and what's the easiest way to get there. Like, I had to do all this work and I didn't pass the first time because barely anybody passes the first time. It's a really difficult exam. And I was like, yeah, man, I believe you. And he's like, I know the whole city. I know everything. I know how to get everywhere. Like, you're fine with me. Like, and these Uber drivers, they don't know anything. And I'm like, he's so fucking funny. I usually hate it when the driver is chatty. But I was like, this is like the only chatty driver I will ever accept. Like, he was so chill and nice. And he was like, oh, you're moving here. That's so nice. This is, maybe I'm biased because I lived my whole life here, but this is the best city. Okay, this is the best city. Everybody here is so nice. In London, everybody is so mean. Like, I watched this one video once where they did a social experiment. And they... this person, sorry, oh, that's, yeah, okay. And this person walked into the metro in London and just said hi to people, and nobody said hi back. And I was like, okay, well, to be fair, I didn't say anything, I was just nodding politely, but in my mind I was like, yeah, I would not say hi back to a random person on the metro. I got enough trauma on the metro already with all the shit that happens down there to me, okay? But he was like, but here, people are much friendlier. So when they did the same thing, people said hi back. And I was like, that's cool, dude. That's really cool. Were you in that video there? I sure hope not. Unless they were doing it with those like annoying glasses where you can't tell. But yeah, I had a friend that used to work Uber Eats and there was zero training involved. That's the thing with like delivery apps and like those taxi apps. Like, most of the time it's okay, but you gotta understand that like the person working it is like extremely underpaid. and you know, you can literally, like, anybody can just apply for it, which is like, I don't think it's like a bad thing, because like the economy fucking sucks, okay? But I also think that like these companies should be somewhat held responsible for like what kind of operation they're running. Like, they're not paying them enough at all for the amount of work that they do. Like, I kind of like, my big problem with Uber is also that like I just don't want to support it, if that makes sense. You know, like, it's not even so much that like I do hate getting Ubers. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't. But like, a big problem that I have with it on top of that is also that like I just don't really want to give Uber money, because like that driver is gonna get like 5% of like whatever I paid. Like with a cab company, I imagine, I don't know, maybe it's also the same with the cab company, but I don't know, I feel like surely the cab drivers have like better payoffs because they are actually trained. Right, I don't know. And they get like they all get like the same cars and stuff like that. It's not like just like their own car and shit. Like, I imagine there's gotta be a bit more to it when you're like a certified cab driver than being an Uber, but maybe I'm just naive. I don't know, man. But yeah, either way. I did DoorDash for like 2 weekends. It was awful. Like, I've literally, everybody who I've ever spoken to who has done DoorDash are all like, it literally sucks. Like, you like basically are like losing money. If you're like driving around and you're spending money on like gas and shit, like, you're literally losing money, bro, when you're like DoorDashing. Like, it's literally like you have to be doing so much to actually like make a profit from it, I think. It's kind of insane. That's when I Uber, I make sure to give a decent tip. Yeah, but like, I just don't understand, man. I already pay all this money, but then like the driver barely gets any of it, and then I also got a tip on top of it. Like, it's just like, it just pisses me off, man. You know, it really does just annoy me. I wouldn't bet on it. Okay, well, I don't know. I feel like surely they get paid a little bit more than the Ubers, man. Surely. Gotta go to the rich people areas to make a profit. I think that kind of is how it is. But like, Ubers also like cancel your rides all the fucking time because they have like strats on like how to min-max as well, and like they will sometimes like be like, oh, I don't want to take this trip because it's like too short or whatever, so you'll just be standing there for ages waiting for your Uber because nobody wants to take your trip because it's not like profitable enough for them or something as well. Didn't like DoorDash get exposed for having an extremely predatory system in their coding on their app? Basically, I think the way it worked, it had like a secret score for every driver that was called something like desperation score. So they saw that some drivers were like accepting stuff more quickly and they were like more desperate. So they gave them cheaper jobs. So because that way they can like basically stay desperate. And then they gave the less desperate drivers like more expensive jobs. So they ended up doing less jobs for more money while the desperate ones were just taking any job. And that's how they kept them to like keep doing like all the small jobs that like they wouldn't want to take if they could have like the better ones. Like, it has like a whole algorithm that just like preys on how desperate the drivers are, which I think is insane. I used a delivery for Amazon and that's how it kind of felt. Dude, Amazon is actually like horrible as well. I'm glad you said that in the past tense, because like, I only ever hear horrors about the Amazon drivers. There's a really funny meme though, okay, not to immediately make a joke, but one of my like favorite memes is this like one tweet where this guy is like atting Amazon, and he's like, thanks so much Amazon for giving my 12-year-old a job. And then the official like Amazon account replies to them like, hey, we need more details on this. What kind of job does your 12-year-old have at our company? And he goes, he's one of your drivers. That is so fucking good, man. Not even like a warehouse job, he's like literally one of your drivers. That is so good. I think Uber has it as well, but when the passenger asks for a ride, not the desperate passengers, dude. That's why I don't use it, man. Like, I don't know. I've luckily been in a position where I rarely need to take Ubers. Like, I think last time I had to take an Uber was because I was getting home from a convention in the evening and the trains were all cancelled because they had like some kind of issues. But like normally I really don't need an Uber because I just go everywhere by train, and my new place is going to be next to a train station as well, so like unless all the trains are cancelled, but then I can just take the bus, you know? I think I'll manage without ordering a cab for another like 5 years like I have been. I see people bring their kids to those Amazon app jobs. Yeah, they do bring their kids, man, because they basically have nowhere to leave the kid for the day, so they just walk around doing deliveries with the kid. It's like, it's so fucking dystopian, man. It actually sucks. Like, I really do, like, I'm not mad at the people per se who do those jobs. Like, maybe Ubers don't really do, like, the best job. Like, but you know, can you really fucking blame them? You know, they just took the job that basically hires anybody. It fucking sucks out there, man. Like, it's the company's fault for doing all this, like, cheap labor. It's fucked up. Also for the big corporations. Yeah, I think they're like really, I think in Spain the big delivery app has been having some trouble as well because of like the way their working conditions are, because apparently they got into trouble for, I think, not hiring the people properly. Like they were forcing them to be like freelancers, and then they would hire them as freelancers because then basically they can like avoid like paying them benefits and stuff like that, basically according to like local laws or something like that, which I think is also like fucked up. So like they have to like, you have to like have like a proper like freelance like license or whatever to work at the fucking delivery app because they don't want to pay you a proper salary. Like, Jesus Christ, be for real. You already got a new place secured? Yeah, I got the news today that I passed all the referencing. I am still waiting for the paperwork to be finalized though, so I don't have it secured yet, but I did place like a holding deposit and stuff like that, so hopefully they'll be sending everything to me soon. I think they're currently doing like the safety certifications, basically, like they're making sure that like everything has been checked, like all the electricity and gas in the apartment has been checked. I think they're getting that sorted right now. But once that is done, I think they can send me the contract. I don't use Uber, I prefer getting the food myself. That's honestly what you should be doing, to be honest. Just pay your place day hard. Yeah, I remember like one of these like courses I took last year, or maybe not, I don't remember, like sometime in the past. The lady who was doing the course was telling this story about how she used to work at this like really sketchy game company, and they also didn't want to like properly compensate her or give her like benefits like pension, all of that stuff, if she was like a proper employee. So the way she worked for them is they literally made her, what was it, I think she had to create her own like firm. She had to register her own firm, and then they hired her through her own firm. Like, as in, you know how they sometimes will like outsource to like Korean studios and shit like that? That's basically what they made her do. Like, they made her make her own firm that they can like outsource to. so that they basically didn't have to pay her benefits. It's like they will be jumping through so many hoops just to like just to like not like pay you properly. It's so scary, man. It really is so scary. Hi, Minami. How are you doing? In your apartment +2 radiation per second? Don't even joke, lad. Min-maxing capitalism, so true. Yeah, the loopholes are actually crazy. Too cheap for Uber, so it's like I'm paying myself with food for delivery. Exactly. You just you save money and therefore you pay yourself. Yeah, man. Sometimes I really want to like order food, but then I will like look up the prices for the delivery and I'm like, never mind. I used to order food more often, but I genuinely like don't really these days, unless I like really got nothing in the house and it's like 9 p.m. and I hyper fixated and I gotta eat something now, but everything else is closed. Doing good. I was at the movies, and you? What were you watching? Okay, I have a movie story. Maybe you guys have seen it on my Blue Sky. But I went to see a movie with my friend and we were late. Okay, I wasn't late. She was late. But she was the one of the tickets, so I had to wait for her outside. So we come in. We were like proper late, as in like the ads were already done running, you know? So we had to do like the walk of shame into the movie theater with the flashlight. And it was really embarrassing. And I was like stressing out about that already because it's really embarrassing for me to do that. But then so my friend is walking ahead of me, I'm walking behind her. And this woman sitting in the row in front just like grabs my sleeve as I'm walking. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at her and she kind of like gestures for me to like lean. So I start leaning. And I'm thinking in my head, oh my god, she's mad. She's gonna tell us off for coming in and like shining the flashlight. And she starts, I kid you not, she starts like telling me what we missed. She starts like recapping the movie so far to me. And I'm like, only in Britain, dude. Only like the Brits would do this. It's like, they're so in harmony with the world and they just care so little about like what other people think. I was like, no, like I was so shocked. I didn't even really process what she was telling me. Like I didn't actually process any of the information she told me because I was just so shocked at the fact that it was happening. So I just like nodded and I was like, okay, thanks. And then I sit down next to my friend and my friend was also like stressing out because she saw her talking to me and she was like, was she telling you off? And I was like, no, she just recapped the movie to me. And she was like, oh, what did she say? And I was like, I don't know, something about people having an argument and the sheep hearing it. And yeah, just by the way, the movie was The Sheep Detectives. Like, it really was not that serious, you know? Like, the fact that it was The Sheep Detectives, I think made it so much funnier because it's like, lady, we are not missing anything. Lady, we are not missing cinema here. You know what? It was actually low-key cinema. I wanted to see it just like because I thought it would be funny. But I actually ended up walking out of that movie and being like, you know what, it was pretty good. There was this like edgy black sheep called Sebastian in it, and I was like, yeah, Sebastian the edgy sheep. Let's fucking go. Dog Detective. That's the right movie to find nice people in. It is low-key heavily targeted at the elderly and children. Like, that is the kind of people you would be running into in there, the kind who would grab you and recap to you what you missed. That is 100% correct. It's definitely a movie that's targeted at the elderly and school kids. Like 100%, not even denying that. I heard good things about. It wasn't bad. Like, the mystery was well done. I thought that like a little bit like the reasoning and the ending was a bit nonsensical. But like, I definitely didn't guess who the killer was. The only thing that I was deeply upset about is the fact that they advertised that Hugh Jackman is in it, and I was like, dude, I fucking love Hugh Jackman. But then he was barely in it because he was actually the victim. Like, he got killed very soon, and then he was in like maybe 2 flashbacks, and that's it. And I was like, damn, they really tried to sell this movie to you like Hugh Jackman had a significant role in it. And then Hugh Jackman is like not really in it at all. That was so funny. I was like, they really fucking lied to me with Hugh Jackman. What is he doing in it anyway? He's not British. What is bro doing in this? Is it like a British movie? They're telling me in the trailer. I actually haven't seen the trailer. I just kind of went into it for the vibes. I was like, whatever, let's watch this movie. Yeah. I had no idea he's like never gonna appear in the movie after he gets killed. It reminded me of The Residence, because The Residence has like this running gag, but one of the people locked in the house is Hugh Jackman, but it's like obviously not him because they couldn't, I don't know, they couldn't afford him or whatever. So like it's just like a guy, but they keep like covering up his face, and they're like, oh, Hugh Jackman, you know, wants his privacy. Like, he doesn't want to be like on tape or whatever. So every time they show him, it's just like a guy who's obviously not Hugh Jackman with his face covered up in like different situations, and I thought that was so funny. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, it's literally just like in The Residence when they had like a fake Hugh Jackman the whole movie. The whole TV show, I mean. It reminds me of when I heard some screenings of the Minecraft movie had to be stopped because viewers went crazy during the chicken jockey scene. Yeah, people were like bringing entire live chickens to the movie and throwing them around. It was crazy. I really like the neon green and pink combo, by the way. It's very striking. Thank you. I'm glad. Nobody has even like attempted to guess what the song is, though. Nobody gives a fuck what my next metal cover is. It's either that or maybe it's really obvious and people are like, Lara, don't even joke, lad. I'm obsessed with saying don't even joke, lad. It's so fucking funny. I don't even have a British accent, which I think kind of makes it funnier when I say it, to be honest. It's called I Can't Stand See Imagine. It is not radioactive by Imagine Dragons. It is not I swear it is not radioactive by Imagine Dragons. It would be so funny if I went to Kusabi and I'm like, Kusabi, can you make me a metal arrangement of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons? They would probably be like, what are you talking about? I can't do that. I need to level up my Screamo game for that one, I think. I have to get better at Screamo. Radioactive! The outfit gives it away, but I forgot where the outfit is from. I recognize it. Okay, now I designed this outfit. I literally designed the outfit. Don't even joke, lad. Meltdown, okay, Meltdown Rinka Gamine. I wish. That is a dream song. But I don't have the range for that shit. It would go hard as a metal song, though. It would go really hard as a metal song, but I don't have the range for that shit, man. Sadly. It's too high, it's too high. Splatter Party. It's not a Japanese song, actually. It's an English Y2K song. Because Y2K is my Meltdown would go high. There actually is. There's a Megurine Luka metal version. I think if you look up like Meltdown metal cover Megurine Luka, you'll find it. I have it on my playlist. I listen to it a lot. It's really good. But it actually does exist. If that is something you're interested in. Every time you say "don't even joke, lad," we add one more radiation to your new apartment. Don't even joke, lad. Fuck you. Why? Leave me alone. It's funny. It's literally funny. My British friends appreciate it. My British friends like it. They like my sense of humor. They find it charming. I'm like, don't even joke, lad. People eat that shit up. People love just to hear me say "don't even joke, lad" in a really bad British accent. What else? Convention. I was tabling at Oshi Vision this Sunday. It was actually the first. It was actually, I think, the first like VTuber convention in London, and it was their first time doing it. So the table was really cheap because they were doing a discount for first-time vendors. The table was only £50, which is like unheard of. I was like, I just have to sell like 4 keychains and I can go home. But actually the convention was good. I enjoyed it. Like, it was small, but it was pretty packed with like meet and greets and concerts, and it was well organized. I generally didn't notice them having any kind of like issues with organization. I thought that it was, honestly, I think it was better organized than fucking V Expo, but you didn't hear that from me. You did not hear that from me because I'm tabling there as well. So, anyways. Heavy table, so true. And yeah, basically, I thought it was good. The venue, though, I did not like the venue. I thought the venue was bad vibes. Maybe I just have some kind of issues with nightclubs, but the venue was a nightclub, which I kind of understand. They probably needed like a good lighting and stage for the concert part. So like, it's kind of understandable since they probably don't want to build a whole stage themselves, and it seemed like the nightclub already had all of that sorted. And probably, you know, it was cheaper than like a convention center, but oh my god, the venue was like actually horrible vibes. First of all, it was like one of those nightclubs that's like in the middle of like a bunch of warehouses. Like, there was nothing in the area, and I was scared for my life when I was walking there because it told me to, Google Maps was like, now walk down this like really scary narrow path where only one person would physically fit at a time. So if you run into somebody going your way, there's like no way you can like get turned around. You can't go past each other. And I was like, that's great. And it was long. It was like this narrow passage with like fences on both sides, and on one side of the fence was a railway, and on the other side of the fence was like a warehouse area. So I was like, that's great. And it was really long, like it just kept going. But and it smelled like urine in the beginning, which was also not very nice. But I got there, I arrived there, and the venue was this like nightclub, and I don't know, man, I did not like it. It smelled like spilt beer everywhere. It was not very clean. I'm like, did they even clean this place since like last night? I don't know, man. Did not like it. Then I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom before, you know, the event starts. And then I went to the bathroom and I saw that it's like unisex toilets. And I was like, oh my god, this is an event that's gonna be 90% men. They're gonna piss on all the seats, and I gotta go now. I gotta fucking go now, and then never again for the whole day. Whoa, because I was like, there's no way they got unisex bathrooms here, and the event is gonna be like mostly men. Fuck. Don't raise eyebrow emoji me though. Like, I'm being so serious. When I went to the fucking boat concert, okay, I there was also like a unisex bathroom there, and I passed it, and I looked inside, and I just saw like piss droplets on like all around the fucking toilet, and I was like, ah, great. I'm gonna wait until I get home to use the bathroom. Okay, so I just got flashbacks of that. All right, because I was like, I'm sorry, I don't really mind unisex bathrooms most of the time, but I was like, this is gonna be like an event that's gonna be mostly men. I already saw it all so clearly. So I go to the bathroom, and all the walls inside the stalls were like graffitied. Like there was like graffiti all over the place, and I was like, yep, this is a nightclub, alright? So I come out of the like bathroom and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I just kind of, the event itself was fine. I carried on with the lighting was horrible, which also, once again, it's a nightclub. It was like really dim, and they kind of put me in the corner. Like my table was like in the corner behind like this door, so I was like in this like extra dark corner that was darker than some of the other exhibitors. But I was like, okay, that's whatever. I still had good sales, so I didn't really care. Like, I literally sold out of, like, basically all the guests that I made merch of, so that was chill. The men's bathroom is the worst places ever. I hate it so much. Worst part about the Transmass experience? Dude, the men's bathrooms, like... I mean, I've never been to them, but I've heard enough. Were they like selling drinks or something? Because that would be a crazy con. So they actually gave everybody free food vouchers, so that was actually really nice. They were serving food and drinks, but the drinks were like quite expensive. I don't know. My assistant got like a Red Bull at some point, and they were like, this was really expensive. But they didn't allow outside food and drink, which was also really annoying. I sneaked in some snacks and green tea for myself. I didn't even care, man. But apparently they were like bag checking visitors and stuff like that, so you couldn't bring your own food. But yeah, later though, because the event was quite long, I did have to go to the bathroom. So I walk into like the bathroom, and some of the organizers were like gathered, and they seemed like really mad about something, and I was like, what's wrong? And they were like, somebody keyed the mirrors. And I saw that the mirrors were like scratched, and they were like, the venue is like accusing us, apparently it wasn't here in the morning, but I couldn't remember if it was there in the morning. But apparently the venue was also accusing them of the graffiti, and I'm like, well, the graffiti was definitely there in the morning before the event opened. And like, I'm sorry, but like VTuber fans at a VTuber convention are not keying fucking mirrors, okay? I think the venue was just trying to, like, blame it on them to get money or something, dude. Like, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I do not believe that the VTuber fans, like, graffitied the bathroom stalls and keyed the mirrors, alright? And it was so funny because on our way out, as we were leaving, there was like a bunch of security guards because they were trying to get to the bottom of like the graffiti incident or whatever, and they were like, and they made us open our bags and my suitcase and like check all of our shit. And I was like, okay, whatever, like I didn't fucking graffiti the walls, but my assistant had a Sharpie. And they took their Sharpie and they like drew with it a little bit like on the table, and I was like, oh bestie, you're in fucking trouble. But they were like, no, that's not the pen they use, and then they let us go, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Plot twist, my assistant was actually the one who graffitied all the bathrooms the night before for some reason, like, Gonna draw a duck friend next time. That's like the easiest way to frame me for a crime, I think. You just graffiti a duck friend and they're gonna arrest me, like, immediately. But yeah. Peeing on the floor by the urinal is about right, and as men miss when they start. Well, that's not really my problem, man. Can they not? Dude, the floor in the bathroom was so sticky too. Like, it was just bad vibes. I think after the graffiti allegations, they're not gonna pick this venue again. Like, probably next year when they do it, they'll do it somewhere else. Which, like, I'm glad that the venue was bad vibes because, like, it means they won't repeat it. Like, I'm kind of happy because I'm like, oh god. I did not like the venue. I thought that the event was great, but I did not like the venue, like, at all. I actually thought it was terrible. And I'm usually not that picky about this stuff, but I was like, would not want to exhibit here again, not even gonna lie. Men's bathroom is sticky sometimes, floor piss. Don't say it! No! In my Sailor Moon shoes! It's usually the beer. It could be the beer, to be honest. It was like so... It was like sticky and gross everywhere. It smelled like beer like everywhere in that venue. I did not like it. Women are lucky we don't have to lift the seats in the bathrooms. Yeah, but we have to lower them after use sometimes. Don't worry about that. You're like, oh, women, at least women don't have to lift the seat. Yeah, we have to fucking lower it because you leave it! You leave it up! We still have to go through it! It's fucked up, man! But yeah, I did enjoy the event though, and the Vtuber dude, I need to stock up so much for V Expo, because that was basically my V Expo trial run, where I kind of, you know, tested the waters to see what kind of indies people buy, how much indies people buy, stuff like that. When I tell you, basically all of my indies sold out, I'm like, holy shit. Granted, I didn't have that much stock of everything because once again, I was kind of testing the water, but like I made good money for a one-day event. Like people were really active. I kid you not, I actually feel really bad. I want to apologize to that guy. I did not mean to react the way I did, but I was just in shock. This one guy came up to my table and he was like, can I get the HoloLive keychains? And I was like, sure, which ones? And he was like, all of them. And I look at him, I blink cluelessly and I go, all of them? Like one of each? And he's like, yes. And just so you know, I got all of HoloLive EN. Alright, I got Myth, I got Council and Iris, I got Justice, I got Advent, like that's a lot of people! So... I was like, okay, so me and my friends start counting. We're like counting, we're trying to make sure we got all of them, and I'm putting it into like my card reader app. And I look at the number, and I show it to him. And I'm like, are you sure about this? I feel really bad because like obviously he knows what he's doing with his money, right? Like I was just like, I show him the screen with the price and I'm like, are you sure about this? And he's like, can I also have an Ollie print and a Kiara print? And I pack the prints and I show him the new price and I'm like, are you sure about this? And he's like, yeah. I felt really bad. I felt really bad. I feel like he's probably like, why is she reacting like this? I'm literally giving her money. Like, I feel really bad for the way I reacted, but I was also like, I felt like I don't know why, but I felt like I was scamming the guy. I know that's not true, but I genuinely felt like I was scamming the guy. Barter 20. Honestly, he did get a good deal though, because I have the 3 for 25, so my keychains are £10. But if you buy 3, it's 25, so you pay only £5 for the third one. So, and he bought all of them, so it was like 3 for 25, 3 for 25, 3 for 25. Loki, maybe I lost money on that transaction. because he got like a bunch of the free for 25 deals on that shit. You know, I was still like over £100, but I was like, maybe he actually profited from that, because maybe he actually outsmarted me. Maybe he actually like made money by that transaction. It was calculated. I think so too, because at the end, there were 2 Hololive girls that I think, like, you know, the last 2 left, so he wasn't getting a free for 25 on those 2. So he asked for some indie. I don't remember who it was, but he then also asked for another indie so he can get a free for 25 deal on like all of them. And I was like, this guy knows exactly what he's doing, man. It's crazy. But it's okay. It was a good sale. I'm not. He's a reseller, but he only got 1 of each though. I wonder if he bought like in bulk my entire stock, but he only got 1 of each. How do you resell? I am curious what he's gonna do with all of them, because like that's a lot of Hololive keychains, and like people like to buy their, you know, favorite, but he bought all of them. I need to know if this guy ever finds the stream. I want him to send me a picture of like where he put all those keychains, man. Maybe he's got a friend. Maybe he's got friends and they're all fans of different Hololive members, so he just bought for them. That'll be the cult if he ever dropped Lara merch again. I want to, man. I really want to make Lara 3.0 merch, but I don't want to ship stuff. I don't want to ship stuff. I am really sad that I can't really do it right now. Maybe I could make some Lara merch for the Expo, so the price you have to pay for it is that you have to come to Birmingham to get it, to be honest. Please another notebook? I can't, man, I can't ship stuff. There's so many like new customs laws and stuff, like it's actually insufferable to sell shit online. I'm so glad I got a job, because like my ass would not be surviving in this economy anymore. The paper quality was so good. It is a good notebook. I use the Duck Friend notebook myself all the time. Like, it's a good notebook. I still treasure my Lara RL keychain. Its latch broke and almost lost it, but it's okay. Oh my god, the latch broke. You must have been like carrying it around a lot. Yeah, I have like my keys all have the same character, so my home keys, I have like 4 keychains of the same character on them because I'm crazy. So yeah, my house keys just like all the same character, and I lost one of the keychains and I was so sad. I was trying to remember which one it was so that I could buy it again because I really like it. I keep all my passwords in it. You keep your passwords in the Duck Friend notebook. That is actually really funny. That's so good. Can you send me, guys, can you send me pictures of how you're using your Duck Friend notebooks? I would really like to see them in use, guys. Hey guys, what if you all sent me pictures of what you are writing down in your Duck Friend notebooks? The entire keychain part broke off. Oh my god. Not me selling low quality products. That's messed up, man. It has so much Yuri, Lara. What the fuck? She's using the Duck Friend notebook for, you know what? That's the correct way to use it. I use my Duck Friend notebook to write down clip timestamps. My Duck Friend notebook is literally just all clip timestamps for like, and like YouTube short ideas. Like it's just literally just like YouTube short ideas. That's all I use my Duck Friend notebook for. Wow, sure, Lara. Here's my favorite page with a funny duck picture. And my bank account information. Yes. It's where Minami stores her RL like Lara Yuri. I'll accept that. I will accept that, actually. I was literally at the ballet on the floor searching for my Lara keychain. Not you taking the Lara RL kitchen to the ballet. That's kind of cultured, not gonna lie. I appreciate the culture, but I'm also like, you really took the Lara keychain to the ballet. I'm glad the Lara and Arella are getting cultured as well. That's kind of nice that you are getting them cultured too. That's kind of chill of you. I haven't been to the ballet in ages. My Rin keychain goes to work with me every day. That's nice. I'm very happy. I'm happy. Sometimes someone will buy something from me at the convention, and when I immediately see them passing by and they already got the keychain they just bought on their bag, and that makes me happy, you know? I'm like, wow, they are already using it. That really does bring me joy. That's very good vibes. But yeah, or like when people like tag me afterwards and be like, oh, look at this keychain I bought. That's also very nice. I like that. I have a bunch of nerdy ass keychains on my bag. I would go to experience the Nutcracker. It was a Nutcracker too. That's a classic, man. Should we make Toho merch? Nah, man. There's too many characters in Toho. I'm gonna run out of money. I don't know how people afford making so much merch. Can I be for real? I will look at some artists in Artist Alley and I'm like, how did you have the money to print all this? Because I genuinely wanted to make more stuff for Oshi Vision, but I legit ran out of money. Like, I'm being so serious. I ran out of money. I physically couldn't make more merch for Oshi Vision because I had no money. It made me really sad, actually, but I was like, what am I supposed to do, man? Like, I gotta... I gotta still eat, you know? Something that can happen in Bethesda RPGs is that when you trade with a character and you sell them some clothing, after finishing they will look up the clothing you sold them. That's very nice. That's a nice detail, I think. That's exactly what happens to me at some conventions. Yummy ice soup. So true. Like, I don't know, some people have like so much. Like, just like variety of merch as well. And I'm like, I can't fucking afford this. How are they affording all this merch, man? It doesn't make any sense. Do they all have like 3-hour jobs that they do outside of like conventions? I just don't get it. You can eat the keychains that don't sell. Me eating the dungeon meshy keychains after they don't sell because nobody cares about dungeon meshy anymore. It's just all about the hype. I don't really want to do many anime keychains anymore because I feel like anime fans move on so quickly. Like, at least with VTubers and like Vocaloid merch, it's kind of evergreen. You know, it's evergreen merch, or even like some video games like Yakuza, you know, people are always buying it. But there's really some like anime merch that like I made once and then like I sold a couple and then never again because the anime stopped airing. It is like so frustrating. Uma never dies. You're so right for that, but there's also like so many of them. It's not even funny. And I think the Uma market is like saturated. The Chimera Fallon merch would sell like hotcakes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do more Dungeon Meshi once the new season comes out. But at the moment, I only have Marcel, Lias, and Senshi. But I think I'm gonna do more characters once the new season comes out and it's like hype again. But I haven't been restocking them in ages and I'm still trying to sell them, man. I finally sold the last Dungeon Meshi stickers. So at least that's done. At least that's out of my life, and I was able to print more stickers because I need to make space for new merch as well, right? But I can't make space for new merch because I gotta sell the old merch first. Just a never-ending cycle. I made some Witch Hat Atelier merch, but I don't know. I think I'm whatever I sell at Hyper Japan, I'm not gonna restock it. And hopefully it will be okay. Since the Madoka movie will come out, people are gonna talk about it again. Is the Madoka movie actually coming out? All I ever hear is that it keeps getting postponed. Are they like finally making it for real for real? Or are they still gaslighting people? I feel like I've been hearing about, like, no offense, but I feel like I've been hearing about the Madoka movie for like years now. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but it feels like they keep like promising this Madoka movie to the people. And then the Madoka movie never comes out. There's like this elusive Madoka movie that they keep promising us. That was already out? I don't know, man. I keep hearing about some Madoka movie. I don't know, like, is it out? I remember just hearing that it got postponed, like, again. Some time ago. Did they finally release it? I'm going to bed now. Good night. Good night, Lynn. Thank you for coming. Make Madoka merch? Maybe. I don't know, man. Once again, anime stuff. I just kind of learned that anime stuff is dangerous to make. I tend to stick to like niche stuff that people buy just because they've never seen merch of it before. And like stuff that I'm personally into. And like VTubers. VTubers, like genuinely, if you are at the convention where VTuber fans go, it sells like crazy. Especially if that VTuber is also like a guest. You guys don't understand, Ekomori fans, they snatched all the Ekomori keychains within 20 minutes of the con opening. The con opened, they all walked in, they got all of my Ekomori keychains, and then I still had guys showing up and being like, oh shit, the Ekomori keychains are sold out for the rest of the fucking day. And I was like, well, Ekomori is coming to the expo with me. I don't know about every single indie I printed, but Ekomori is getting reprinted in high amounts for the expo, man. I don't know what she's doing, but she's doing something right, okay? Her fans fucking love her. The cashiers keep asking me if I'm excited about the Madoka movie, and I'm like, IDK, man, when it comes out. Exactly, like, when is it coming out? Make Call of Duty merch? Nah. You cannot gaslight me into that one, bro. Do we like outline or no outline? I think I like the outline. Maybe I'll make it thinner though. Dark Souls merch? Who is even like a marketable character in Dark Souls? Who would you even make merch of? I know people like to make the witch from Elden Ring or whatever she is, like the blue lady. Sometimes I do see merch of her, but like who's like, is there a marketable characters? Can you make merch of my dog? Thanks, Lara. Honestly, Loki, if you pay me for it, I'll do it. It's just called, guys, what you're asking for is called commissions, okay? If you want a specific merch, just pay me, I'll draw it and I'll order it for you. That's kind of chill, don't even worry about that. But you guys are misunderstanding. That you could be asking for like custom keychains, basically. But I could just make one off, and that's it. The bosses? Okay, who's out there like, yeah, that was my favorite Dark Souls boss. I loved fighting this one. I'm really happy that I can just have it hanging on my backpack. Now, like, is anybody actually that crazy? Maybe they are, I don't know. I know Dark Souls is like a serious game for a lot of people. Not me! Not me, but I know some of y'all take Dark Souls really seriously. It will be a best-selling merch. Your dog or the Dark Souls boss? Which one? Gwyn would be cool if he's boss theme. That says nothing to me. I don't know anything about. I played like an hour of Dark Souls total, and I didn't get very far, and I was confused about the lore. People kept like gaslighting me about Dark Souls, and they're like, Dark Souls has amazing indirect storytelling. Dark Souls has amazing environmental storytelling. Dark Souls actually has like a really good story, and I was like, oh, okay, I like a good story. And then I played it and I was like, what the hell is even happening in this game? Like, what am I looking at here? I need somebody to like explain it to me because I didn't fucking get it. There's like random writings on the floor or whatever, but like that doesn't tell me anything. People just be lying about their favorite games. Like, I don't know, man. People just be like making stuff up. The story is all told through the combat or whatever? Well, I definitely didn't learn any of that either. It's not indirect, you have to read the item. The item descriptions?! I haven't even looked at those, man. What do you mean I have to read the item descriptions? Are you like not gaslighting me? Are you being serious? Don't even joke, lad. Are you for real or JK? The random writing is from other players. What other players? Is it like Death Stranding? Death Stranding also didn't make any sense to me in that regard. Who's like still writing in Dark Souls? That game is like 15 years old or something. This is why I will never be a From Software girly. I clearly just don't have what it takes. I just don't get it, man. So it sounds like impossible lore to absorb. Like, I'm genuinely like, what does any of this even mean? It doesn't make any sense. That's actually where you get most of the lore. What, in the item descriptions? But how? Why are you guys being so like secretive about this? Why aren't you properly explaining it to me? Was I just supposed to know this? I'm confused. Nobody ever explained Dark Souls to me. But we just like play it, it's got a really good story, and then I was like, where is the story? I'm just getting brutally murdered out here. By like evil skeletons or whatever. You'll take down a boss and you'll get their weapon and soul and it'll tell you something about them? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I remember I defeated maybe like one boss in the beginning and everything was just like small enemies, and then I got tired of the fact that they respawn so quickly. I gave up, man. I don't have what it takes. Just how I gave up on grinding on Subnautica. Clearly, I'm just not a gamer like that. Hi, Devoid. Welcome. The art is looking really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, do we like the lighting effects? I think it gives it a bit more oomph. If that makes sense. You can always have several versions anyway. But yeah, this is like the chorus, the main chorus illustration basically. So, I don't know, I want to make more illustrations for the cover, but I don't know. I obviously don't have a lot of time right now, as you can imagine. But I would like to get this cover maybe out before my break. Before I go on a break because I'm moving. I think it would be nice to... Oh man, this is all rubbish, too small. To have like the cover out. Maybe... Maybe this tone. It's my favorite Animal Crossing song. It's so good, man. I'm gonna take a soft eraser and just do this. I'm a genius. The Among Us show is so good. Okay, people actually keep telling me that. Chat, is this true? Is the Among Us show like actually good? Should I watch it? Should I watch the Among Us show? A friend of mine watched it and was like, yeah, it was actually pretty, like, my friend was like, I was surprised at how decent it was. Like, it was actually, like, very decent. That's kind of crazy. And it's like, it's been so many years since, like, the Among Us hype as well, so it's kind of crazy that they came out with that and people, like, gave a fuck, you know? No, don't must bump them. There's an Among Us show, yeah, it like just came out. But it's like, there's like an Among Us cartoon, you guys. Even I heard about it. And I've been basically like on the train. The past like 3 weeks. It's very good, like I thought it'd be poop, but it's good. That's what I've been hearing. Everybody's been telling me this. Everybody's been like, yeah, I thought I was gonna hate watch it. But it was actually like really decent. Story mode? Is there story mode in Among Us? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Okay, there you go. The main visual for my cover. Actually, let me just change the outline color a little bit for the scar, and then it will be done. The main visual for my super secret cover that nobody cared to guess because they don't even care about me. It's almost done. Why is it not clipping? What? Stop! I'm pressing it. You're gaslighting me, Clip Studio Paint. You are gaslighting me. Okay, once I start changing the outline color, it just all goes. I can't stop, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with the outlines being dark, and then turns out, no, I'm not. Suddenly I'm changing all the outline colors. Okay, I'll just do it on the pink parts. Just to make them look a bit more soft. There you go. It's so pretty. I love this so much. Thank you. I like how each time you draw yourself, you get 1% pink. No, I don't. It's the same color as my skin right now. I just got an overlay on it. But it's just the same color, basically. It looks kind of good without the multiply, actually. Should we ditch the multiply? Maybe it's too dark with the multiply. Yo, blue Lara confirmed. I'll keep it a little bit. I just bought this surprisingly small sketchbook. How small? it's so hard for me because some sketchbooks are like too big, so then I don't know how to fill the page. Then some are too small, and then it's like not enough space. You really gotta find. I prefer A5 sketchbooks, I think, the most. It makes the thing sound out more without it. Yeah, but it makes the lighting look better though, like the glow. The glow looks better with it. Just kind of makes it stand out a bit more. Yeah, I like it. I think it looks nice. Have some small sketchbooks, but how small? How small are we talking? Nah, I'm keeping the multiply. I like it. Okay, and the background looks good as well. Cool. There you go. The core illustration is done. Now I just need to finish the cover. And then probably more illustrations for the verse. Or whatever. Because when the less illustrations you have, the more creative you have to get with all the like video editing. And I really hate like adding too much stuff. I would rather have more illustration and then I have to do less shit with all the moving and animating, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more for like the verse, but we'll see. I'm busy. I'm busy, guys! Cover out tomorrow? Absolutely not true. Don't even joke, lad! I'm literally obsessed with saying that. Can I just be for real? I was crossing the road the other day and this car like almost hit me. And I just stared at the driver and I was like, don't even joke, lad. I have the right to cross here. This is legal. Oh yeah, you know what else happened at the convention though? That I didn't tell you about? So they had a lot of people like VTubers doing, you know, the what is it called? Like when they are roaming on an iPad. Yeah, it's actually a metal cover of Death of the Bachelor by Panic at the Disco. So they had these like VTubers roaming on an iPad, but like they kept coming up to my table and I felt really bad because I didn't know who they were. Because it was a very small event of like a lot of like small VTubers. And I'm like really indie pilled, okay? Like I know a lot of like smaller VTubers. And I'm also like on VTuber, well I used to be on VTuber Twitter. So I would at least like recognize people sometimes just from like, oh I've seen them like on Twitter or whatever. But like they must be like unproblematic people because I've never seen them around. And I felt really bad that they would like come up and talk to me on the iPad. And I also can't hear them that well because the speaker was really shitty. So I was just like, I don't know what to talk to them about. And the guy would like hand me a microphone and be like, talk to the VTuber. And I'm like, hi. And I felt really bad, but I asked this one guy, like, what's your name? And he told me his name, but I forgot his name. I felt so bad. I felt terrible, man. I was like, I don't know who they are. One time Pandora came up to me and I was like, okay, I actually do have something to talk to Pandora about because I have a keychain of hers. I was like, hey, I got a keychain of you, but it's sold out. And she was like, oh no, I really wanted that. And I was like, I'll have more at the expo. And she was like, that's cool. I gave her a sticker for free though. The person who was like driving her around was like, I'll pass it to her staff. So I was like, that's cool. But yeah, I was like, no. Just say you like their shirt, but they're VTubers. They don't wear shirts. They wear like fancy tech wear and shit. I did comment their models. There was one who had like water on their model, like moving like water dress. I thought that was really nice. So I was like, oh, I really like your like water on your dress. And yeah, I did compliment like another one's outfit, I think. But it was a bit awkward. It was a little bit awkward. I felt really bad. But like, you know, they're doing better than me if they're being invited to conventions and shit like that. Like, you know, if I was the person walking around that iPad, people would be extra like, who the fuck is that? Like, I'm sure at least some people knew those guys. Nobody would know me. Also, this one guy came up and he was like I didn't know him, you know, he just comes up to my table. Not a VTuber, just like a person in person. He came up to my table and he was like, hey, I heard you really like ducks. I fucking freaked out. I was like, how do you know? And he was like, well, it says that like on your social media. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I was like, how do you know that? He was like, it's not exactly a secret. I mean, you can take one look at my booth, man. It's just all covered in ducks. And he was like, you got any like duck merch? And I was like, yeah, I got this duck friend sticker. Somebody bought my last duck friend pin just before he came. And I was like, oh, I'm out of pins, but I have a sticker. So he bought my duck friend sticker. And I was like, that's cool. And he left and I was like, who was that guy? Duck LARPer. Loki. Ask for a pic and quickly image search them? Dude, I should have been taking pictures of all of them. I would have made them feel really good, I bet. But I didn't really pick up on that. Maybe for the expo, when I'll have VTubers coming up to me, I'll be asking for a picture of all of them. Just to like make them happy. I'm sure it would like make their day, you know? If I just like pretended to be a big fan or something. I know it would make my day for sure, man. Which song are you going to cover? It's Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. No, it's not Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. I don't know, I wanted to see people guess, but nobody guessed. Other than Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. You see Obakipam? You see, I actually know Obakipam, so I would have been like, okay. Lying works? No, man. I would feel bad, though. Like, I don't know. I think one of the VTubers that came up was like from Globby, or like ex-Globby, because I think Globby is not a thing anymore. Because they were like, oh, I see you have Bonnie. So I was like, oh, I'm assuming they probably know Bonnie from Globby or something. But I don't know. I don't know. It's Green Day? Cause you're green? So true, bestie. I was scared for a second you're actually going to cover Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Well, now I wanna cover Radioactive by Imagine Dragons metal version. I just gotta level up my Screamo. And I think I could pull it off. If I show up in Kusabi's commissions and unironically be like, can you make me a metal range of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons? I do wonder how they would react. But I don't know if I'm ready to spend like $100 on that. I don't know if that's something I want to spend like $100 on. And be like, yeah. Can you make me an instrumental of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons? It's not a Vocaloid song. It is not a Vocaloid song. Hibikase. That would kinda go hard? No. Stop! Don't put these ideas in my head. You will you will gaslight me that it's a good idea. And then I will actually spend money on it, and then everybody's gonna be like, why did she do that? Why did she make a metal cover of Radioactive by Imagine Dragons? Is she okay? It's not a Rammstein song. And ironically might be good. No, guys, we're not covering! Guys, we are not covering Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, okay? Don't even joke, lad. Yes, it's a metal cover of Patchwork Staccato. Tick tock, tick tock. That is pretty crazy, actually. You know what? You're not wrong. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming today. We're just about at 3 hours mark, which is great. And It's not a metal song, actually. It's a song that's not originally metal, but it's a metal arrangement. Anyways. Thank you guys. I will see you all on Friday for more Fallout New Vegas. And on Saturday, we are actually starting Pragmata. I know, finally. Like 2 months after the game came out. Oh shit, I packed it away. No, wait, maybe it's inside the PlayStation. Hold up. Open up the PlayStation. Hold up. I already put all this like the PlayStation games. No, it's inside the PlayStation. We are safe. It's not boxed. It's not been packed away. We are okay. Vampire Decker 27? Yes. We are indeed starting Pragmata, guys. On Saturday. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. Yeah. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. We are semi-back to a normal schedule for now, but I don't know. Obviously, now that I actually have to move, we're gonna have to see. But, you know, I still have my current lease until, like, end of July. So I'm not, like, super stressed, but I will have to start, like, moving stuff. And I also need to get my apartment furnished and stuff like that. So I will probably be spending time there. The good news about the new place, though, is actually that I saw the like the internet cable there, and it's actually the same provider that I have right now. So I actually I don't know how it works, but maybe I can just like discuss it with them, and I don't even have to like change contracts too much or anything like that. And maybe I can even just like bring my old router over, and like I don't have to like get a new router or anything. I don't know how switching internets when you move works, but if it's the same provider, can't I technically just like keep my current router and shit and just plug it there? I probably have to pay them for like relocating and like changing the address that's registered or whatever. But I don't know, maybe I can even keep that. Who knows? We will see, I guess. That's shit for me to figure out. I hope it's that easy. That's what I think, but like, I don't know. Like, it's the same provider. Don't you just like plug the router? I probably have to tell them. Like, I probably have to tell them I have a new address and shit, but who knows? Maybe. You never know. Maybe the modern technology has advanced so much that we are really at the point where you could just do that. Because like, why should I get a new router if it's the same provider? You know what I mean? Anyways, thank you guys. I will see you on Friday for Fallout New Vegas. Yay, come blink. Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.